I might have been drinking right now too. Let's do it right now. Okay. All right. Drunk talk with bees. Let's go. Where's she at? Bees, bees, bees. She thinks I'm not going to. Oh my gosh, she did it first. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, it's everyone. It's the famous bee's knees.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome,
that is
welcome
me.
to the stream. In this podcast, we're gonna talk about drinking alcohol. I'm drinking a beer
I'm
right
on
now.
board. Wait, what are you drinking?
Oh, I'm drinking something that's actually fucking delicious. It's called the Viva La Beaver Mexican Chocolate Peanut Butter Stout.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's really good. You can really taste the peanut butter. It's so delicious. I love it.
I have something to confess.
Okay, tell me.
I hate peanut butter.
You hate peanut butter?
Hold on, wait.
How many drinks have you had? Is this against TOS to have you on here?
I'm a lightweight, okay?
Me too.
Alright. And I may have had about 4, and that's enough for me. I'm big baby. Plus 2 glasses of champagne.
Okay.
So we're feeling good.
Wow. Okay. Tell us about your.
What would you like to know?
I would love to know about so many different things.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm an open book. Hit me.
Are you an open book?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I was gonna ask about your mom's birthday, but.
Okay. Well, her birthday is officially tomorrow. But
Okay.
because of COVID restrictions and the fact that my sister is working late tomorrow, we decided to have family dinner tonight with her over FaceTime so that she could hang out with us. But she's 8 months pregnant, and so she was
Your mom or your sister?
My sister. My sister.
Are you drinking water, I hope?
No.
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 Okay.
But we had a nice time. The food was really good. We had apple pie, and I fucking love apple pie.
Apple pie is
and
good.
It's so good. But I was sad because I wanted to go to the store because there's a really amazing cider that tastes exactly like apple crumble.
What? Really?
It's fucking it's insane. And when I used to go drinking with my friends back when, pre-COVID, I would drink a whole bottle of it. And I was sad because I was sitting there eating apple pie, and I was like, I want this fucking apple crumble cider so bad I would kill a man.
Wow.
For
Would you kill an orc though?
I mean, I'm pretty tall.
Are you? How tall are you?
I'm 6 foot.
You're 6 feet tall?
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty tall.
Yeah, I'm pretty tall.
You think you could take an orc on though? I mean, come on.
Yes. I feel as though I could.
Yeah.
I could definitely take on an orc. I have mad muscles that don't exist, but I'm mentally
very strong.
I'm so strong. I
believe you.
I could break a neck.
Easy break an egg. Not even try.
Easy. If I could, have you heard hold on, wait. Have you heard the theory that you can't break an egg between your thumb and your pointer finger if you even if you squeeze between the two pointed ends, like the top of the egg and the bottom of the egg? You can't do it.
I've not heard that. I've never heard that before.
That's a thing. Is that real? Go get an egg right now. I
don't have an egg. It's I'll go to the store. I'll be back.
Go get an egg right damn now, and you can do it.
Can you squish? I can't spell squish. Squish an egg between your fingers?
My toes. Oh.
Toes? Is that what it is?
No. No.
An egg can withstand nearly your entire strength as you try to squeeze it. Really?
Yeah, if you squeeze it from the sides, you can do it. But if you squeeze it from the top and the bottom, you can't.
Can't do it.
Nope.
Wow.
You could really, really try, unless you're like Dwayne The Rock Johnson or Arnold Schwarzenegger. There you can.
Can you say Arnold's name with your accent? Is that possible?
No. I can't say a lot of things with my accent. The amount of times where I will say the number 6 and everybody's like, ha, she said it, the intercourse word.
Yeah. Oh, also, you know the word deck? Like, you know, can you say that for us?
Okay, are we talking about like the cards? Or
yeah, like a deck of cards, or like the deck that you walk on, like on your backyard.
Deck. Is that wrong?
Say it one more time.
Dick.
Yeah.
Is that wrong?
It sounds like dick. It sounds a little like dick.
I can say dick and then dick. I hear it. I hear the difference. Does nobody else?
Does anyone hear the difference between that?
I can hear the difference. Dick and dick. There's a difference.
Dick
and dick.
You sound like when I'm playing an Australian character and people are like, say it again.
Dick and dick.
Yeah, mate, we're gonna get out there and we're gonna polish your dick until it's shining so good your dick is gonna be the talk of the town. Everyone in town's gonna be talking about your dick. Yeah,
I can't wait to fucking polish your dick.
There's like a whole video about. I'm turning red. That was. There's like a whole video about the deck meme with the Australian accent, but it's very funny.
We had a genuine. We had a genuine ad here for a wood lacquer brand called Cabot's.
Okay.
And they would say Cabot's your dick all the time. You know what you want to do with your dick? You want to Cabot's your dick. That was a legitimate ad that existed.
That's so good.
One day, Orkish, I will take you through. You're
about to make a promise you're not going to keep, but go ahead.
No, I'm going to keep it, okay? I'll hold myself accountable.
Okay.
Okay. I will take you through a whole bunch of New Zealand Kiwi famous memes and videos.
I would actually love this. I would actually
Okay.
love this. Yes, please.
Because it's... Hold on. Because there's a lot. There's some really good ones.
Okay.
Because I showed you the video.
Did you show me that video of the slang? That was you? Okay, yeah. Nope.
Yeah.
That was good. I like that.
There's so much.
She showed me like
slang.
it was like a 30-minute video on Kiwi slang this guy does, and it's actually really good. It was quite entertaining.
Yeah, he's great. He's called How to Dad.
How to Dad.
How to Dad. And he's great. He's famous here.
Is he?
Yes. Do you ever want to be famous?
Do I ever want to be famous? No.
Yes.
I want to be like little famous. You know what I mean?
What do you
Like
what do you define as little famous?
Like I want to be famous enough that I could get work on like a show like Critical Role or something.
Oh.
But not famous enough that like people follow my Twitter. Does that make sense?
Why
like where I
is
have
your
like
Twitter
a check mark on my
place to
Twitter.
be?
No. Not because of Twitter's
What
bad
have you
place to
put on your Twitter?
be.
What have you done?
You'll have to follow to find out.
Is there an OnlyFans?
I have an
What is it?
I have an Only Orcs.
Only orcs.
Yeah.
Where nothing but brandishing massive battle axes and loincloths.
Yeah.
And painted entirely green like Shrek.
Right. I actually have a cosplay planned to be an orc. I don't know how.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't
that's
know.
cool.
I'm going to do it. I have all the stuff. I just haven't had the time.
Are you gonna stream it?
Absolutely, I am.
That's so cool.
You're not gonna watch.
Why
Jeez.
would you say that?
You're so I don't know.
Why would you say that? Why? I'm gonna sound like Baz. Why would you besmirch me? I know. I would. If you, you do it really well. No, if you were like,
Audible
hey,
gasp.
I'm gonna do.
I have been gifted subs.
I'm gonna do.
Thank you, human viewers.
My orc stream. I would come by and I would support you.
You would
I would
support
say
me?
hi.
I appreciate that. You're a true friend. We
Yeah.
just got 5 gifted subs from the kill
Whoa!
during this.
Do you want me to call them out?
Yeah, call them out.
Hell yeah, okay. The kill, wow, you're so kind. Thank you for gifting a sub to Locutus 211.
That's
Tommy-
Locutus. It's a Star Trek reference.
Oh, okay. I'm not a nerd. Locutus. Locutus.
Wow.
Locutus.
Says the person who role plays on a
No, it
Red
is
Dead
such
Redemption.
a lie. It is such a lie.
for like
I'm a huge
12
nerd.
hours. Yeah, you are.
I am a huge nerd. It is such a lie.
Do you D&D?
Okay. Yeah.
He does.
I haven't
She's a nerd.
in a while, but
Do you like my hat?
what does it say? Oh, hell yeah.
I love this hat. I think it's probably the coolest one I have.
That is a really fucking rad hat.
I know. I get +1 armor class from it, so.
Look at that handsome son bitch. Alright, so they got Tommy Mo, Toddy86, Ink Blaster 1, and Bonsai Zendog. Oh, I love Bonsai. They're
I like
so
Bonsai
nice.
too, yeah. That was a good snipe. You got him. Thank you, the kill.
Get got
Bonsai Zendog.
That's right. I see them in other people's chats all the time, and they always say hi to me, which is really nice.
Oh, that is nice. Yeah, Bonsai.
Yeah, there's so many lovely people in the community.
You want a Phasmo cosplay stream? I don't think that would work because orcs are like, would they get scared by ghosts? I don't know.
What would an orc do if it was scared by a ghost?
It would probably try to slice it with its axe, right? Right?
Yeah, you could try and set it on fire with one of the candles in Phasma.
Can you actually?
If you could, that'd be rad.
Yeah, there's no,
I don't
there's no
think that you
fighting.
can.
I mean, you could throw a crucifix at it, right? That works sometimes.
Yeah, fuck it with the long dick of the Lord. Just slap it across the face with the crucifix.
I am going to get so many sound bites from this conversation. Now, did you mean like a deck of cards, or were you saying the other one? Okay, she's saying the other one.
I was right. Meaning his
okay.
his bishop.
His bishop.
Yeah, you ever heard of the term choking the bishop?
I have not heard that term, but I know what it's referring to immediately, without explanation.
Choking the bishop?
Yeah, I can guess.
Choking the weasel? Womb ferret.
Wow. I'm so happy we did this.
Me too.
You seem like you're having a good night.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's get your best Baz impression.
I'm not good at voice acting.
What are you talking about? What about Esme?
Esme still sounds like me.
No, it does not. Do something from Esme.
I don't know.
Okay, pretend I'm McGregor right now, and I walk into the sheriff's office, and I'm like, "Well, hey, Esme, how you doing?"
Yeah, I'm doing fine. How are you?
That sounds completely different. That's an accent. You did it. You sound completely different.
Baz impression?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I'm gonna need to like warm up. I'm gonna be so embarrassed. Okay. I'm gonna do it so bad the first time.
You gotta reach down, yeah, bees. Yeah.
Alright, listen here, Georgie.
That was pretty good. That was actually pretty good.
Alright, listen here, Georgie. Okay.
Alright, yeah, Georgie. What are you doing over here? I mean, let me talk about your eggs.
Georgie, I want to talk to you about the fact that your eggs are about to expire, alright? Why do I sound like Cartman from Cell?
A little bit. A little bit? You sound like him a little bit, but you also, it's pretty close to Baz.
Well, I mean...
Hey, suddenly Pandas is in here. What's up, man?
Oh my god. Hi, Pandas. I love you so much. I love you. If I could get my voice down lower, I would. But I have...
You have a pretty good range, actually. Your voice, you can go pretty low.
Well, okay. The one voice that I can do, that I did for a long time on the server, that people were like, when they put my face to the voice, somebody thought I was a man. A top Derek Mountain thought I was a man.
Okay, what voice were you doing?
And I remember because I go into his streams and say hi sometimes, and he'd be like, "What's up, dude?" And then eventually he was like, "Yeah, I thought that you were a dude, but you're a lady." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm a lady."
What's up, dude?
What's up, dude?
Okay, I really try not to do that, but sometimes I do, and it's not because I think they're a man. It's because I call everyone dude. Is that a problem?
That's fine. I think that he just like he even said one day, he was like, I legitimately thought that you were, he thought I was a dude.
What character were you playing?
An old as fuck woman called Nora.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What did that sound like? Can we hear a little bit?
Yeah. Okay. I suddenly got very shy.
What? Don't be shy.
Hello. I don't fucking know what the fuck you're talking about, but I'm here to just have a good time.
Are you Mrs. Buttersworth?
No, I'm not Mrs. fucking Butterworth. My name was Nora Francesca Boyle. I was around long before Mrs. Butterworth was around.
Bring her back. Bring her back to us.
I can't, she's dead.
She's dead. Bring back her daughter, who sounds just a little bit younger.
I actually played a young version of Nora on another Red M server for like a little while.
Are there other Red M servers? I didn't know that.
I know, because Wild is the best place to be, fucking obviously.
It is really great.
Wait, how long have you been part of the community now?
Like 3 months.
Or be a long time.
No.
3 months?
Yeah, that's it. 3 months.
That's it?
Yeah. I mean, I got whitelisted like a year ago. But I was caught up in, I was doing Conan RP, which really I shouldn't have been. I should have been doing this, but I didn't know how good it was going to be. I was intimidated by the game.
Why?
I was intimidated by the game because I didn't know how to play it, and I thought it would be like
the base game, the story.
No, I haven't. I have not. I need to.
You should.
Yeah, I really do. I really need to.
You really should. It's so good.
I know it's good, but I don't have time. Like all my free time is streaming, so I work, and I have to sleep, which is really annoying.
Imagine having sleep.
I mean, 6 hours, but I kind of need it.
Yeah. Well, you know, you shouldn't be intimidated because the play, like, okay. So, I mean, I joined Wild. And like the first week of it opening. And I had no roleplay experience whatsoever.
What? Really? This is your first roleplay server?
Yeah. I learned
what a great place to learn. That's so awesome.
Here at Wild.
That's really cool.
Yeah. And I have, like, I am so just stupidly in love with the server. And I've played pretty consistently almost every single day for however long the server's been live now. So I'm completely addicted to the community. And
oh yeah, it has that effect on you.
Oh yeah, and the community itself, just the people within it, are just so cool.
Everyone is so nice. Like everyone that I've ever DM'd has been like so cool, and like even the people that feel like larger than life, like people that let's talk about Jam Jar for a second. Like I heard about him years before I met him, and everybody that I talked to about him had all been like, oh man, I remember like back in the day when we used to RP with Jam. I heard this from like 3 different people. Oh yeah, like 5 years ago when we were RPing with Jam. He's like an RP legend, and I met him and I got to role play with him, and I've DM'd him before, and he's like super cool. He's just everybody on this server's cool.
Yeah, dude. There are just so many lovely people. Like, I legitimately have made friends within this community where I feel so certain that we're going to be friends for the rest of my life.
That's such a beautiful thing to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Like, I have met so many just genuine, kind, just wonderful people. And, you know, we're all massive nerds and dorks.
Yes.
All of us.
And that's... well, hold on 1 second. I got to thank Dirk for gifting that sub over to Suddenly Pandas. Thank you so much, Dirk. I appreciate you.
Thank you for gifting a sub to Pandas. He is an absolute fucking
treasure.
delight.
He's a treasure.
Absolute treasure.
Yeah.
I love the shit out of him. Just such a genuine, wonderful,
whose emote is that?
Wholesome human being.
Sudden. Another heart. It's another real heart. I like
Oh yeah, that's his heart. Isn't it cool?
Oh, that's yours because you're suddenly Panda. Oh my god, that's funny that we have similar hearts. That's good.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go get his. I'm gonna have to go and bother him when he's streaming. Maybe someone will give me a sub.
Yes. I'm so sorry that I interrupted your. I'm making so much noise. I'm so sorry that I interrupted you ending your stream.
No, don't apologize. This is amazing.
I apologize.
Okay. So, shit, what were we talking about right before this?
Oh, connections and friendships.
Oh, yeah, like the nerds.
Community.
Okay, yeah. So here we go. Let's get personal. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
You're
I'm
ready?
bracing myself.
Okay, let's brace yourself. Okay, so
I'm braced.
friendships, right?
Yeah.
I have more friends online than I do in real life. I have friends in real life.
Same.
I do have friends in real life that I would do anything for. I live with one of them. I've known them forever. I have other friends in real life that I love. But
yeah,
I have way more friends online than I do in real life.
Absolutely. I was literally kind of sad, but I broke up with my partner of 2.5 years yesterday.
What?
But yeah, but he and I are
2.5 years?
Yeah, but he and I both parted mutually.
Amicably?
And
it was all
amicably,
good? Okay.
Yeah, and we're both really good friends, and
That's good.
both were just like, this isn't working. And yeah, I was a bit sad about it, but it is fine. But I went through, because I was like, I'm just gonna, remove some stuff. I was looking through my phone, like, favorites contact list, and I looked at it, and I have 2 friends in person who I would literally do anything for, and they are my people, and I love them. Yeah. But apart from that, I have lots of like acquaintances or people who I know pretty well, but I wouldn't necessarily consider them to be really good friends. A lot of the really good friends that I have are online.
Yeah.
And they're people, because I think it's so much easier to find your people in a community that you go and seek out and you have similar interests in, than it is to find them in person.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Especially here, where New Zealand is fucking tiny. It is fucking tiny.
There's like 16 tabletop RPGers in the entire country.
Pretty much. Like it's they've done this study, and technically everybody in New Zealand is 2 degrees of separation from each other. That's it.
Really?
Yeah. Because
it's not like bad for genetics.
It's basically one of those places where, because it's so small, and there are people who I have met at parties. Mm-hmm. And they've been like, hey, I heard about you through this one person I met this one time. And I'll be like, okay, great. Like, it's so common to know people who know other people. Like, it's...
Oh, that's what you need. Not by relation to separation, but by how you know, not how you know them. Yeah.
You know the degrees of separation thing, right?
Yeah. What is it like everybody in the world is how many degrees?
6 degrees of separation.
6 degrees, yeah.
Yeah, but in New Zealand, it's 2 because it's so small.
That's crazy.
And it's totally fucking nuts, because everybody literally, like, I especially have met so many fucking people, and I worked in the television industry for a good long while. Yeah, I didn't know that. I acted on a soap opera for nearly 4 years. from when I was 18 till I was about 22, 23.
And you're like, I don't want to stream? What?
There's okay. Look, there is a whole ass chapter in my life that I will tell you about one day, but it was completely crazy.
Tonight, she's gonna tell us tonight.
No, but I met so many fucking people doing that, and it was completely crazy to the point where I have literally had people come up to me and be like, hey, I met you this one time at this thing, or they'll be like, hey, you know my friend who worked on this one thing with you this one time. And it's completely crazy because it feels very small here. Like, even though there's, I think, like 6 million people in the entirety
okay,
of
that's
New
more
Zealand.
than I actually thought there would be.
Yeah, but that's the entirety of New Zealand. I live in Auckland, which is the most densely populated city in New Zealand and the largest city in New Zealand.
That's where one of my viewers... Tiny Angry Woman, are you in here still? She lives there.
Tiny Angry Woman is a fucking great username.
This is like the best name I've ever seen on Twitch.
It is so good.
Tiny Angry Woman.
That is so fucking good. I love that.
And it's in all caps too, because she's angry. I
appreciate that. But you know,
I would like to. Okay. Actually, I'm not sure if I should even ask you this because I don't want you to feel pressured to answer it. But
okay,
would you be willing to tell us what the soap opera is?
No.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Don't tell us.
Because if I watch it, I get like I feel like we're about to delve into B backstory.
You don't have to. You don't have to. We can talk about me if you want.
Let's talk about you. We know that we know some things about me now. Let's talk about you.
Okay, let's talk about me. I'll tell you an embarrassing story about me. Okay, you ready? High school.
Oh yes.
I was a sophomore in high school, and at the time, sophomores were the youngest grade in the school. So it was sophomores, juniors, seniors, and I couldn't drive yet, and we stayed late to do rehearsal for a play, and a junior girl offered to drive me home, and I had a little bit of a crush on her.
Oh.
We ended up, like, instead of going straight to my house, which was like 3 minutes away from the high school, we ended up like driving around for a while and talking. And then we got to my driveway and we parked there and we were talking some more. Yeah, I've told this story before, but it's great. I love it.
I haven't heard it. I'm excited.
So we start talking about relationships and about like what I should do. I was telling her like, yeah, I like really like this girl. I don't really know not really good with that sort of thing. I don't know how to approach it. And she was like, you should just walk up to her and kiss her. Like, this is terrible advice, by the way. Keep in mind, this is like, she's like a 17-year-old girl. So in high school, maybe she doesn't give the best advice, but I'm a 15-year-old boy. I don't know. She's yeah, do not do that. Never do that. This is terrible advice.
Don't do that. Don't ever do that.
Don't do that. But she told me that, and I was talking about her. So in my head, I was like, maybe I should kiss her. Like that would be like a good thing to do, right? She's like, I just think boys should just walk up to girls and just kiss them if they like them. And I was like, okay. And I was like working up the courage. I was like,
that's not how that works.
Yeah, no, it's not how that works. Don't do that. That's terrible advice. But I was working up the courage for the next like 20 minutes. I was like, okay, come on. And then like right as I'm like, all right, well, it's pretty late. I guess I better go. I lean in. I lean in to kiss her. And the look of shock and confusion on her face made me change tactics. Mid-course, I was going in for the kiss, and mid-course, I just went in for a hug. Just went in for a hug and just gave her a hug and was like, all right, good night. And I did not make eye contact with her again until weeks later.
I felt that. Oh,
Yeah.
ow, I felt that.
15-year-old me. That was awesome.
Do you want to know my...
Yeah.
Do you want to know my most embarrassing story? I actually have a highlight of this on my Twitch channel.
No, you don't.
I do.
Can you send it to me and I'll show it to everyone?
I can.
Okay.
I can show it to you. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Let me pull it up real quick.
How long have we been just talking to bees now? It's been like half an hour or something. This is great.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. Okay, here it is. Alright. I sent it to you on Discord.
No. Is this TOS? Is this okay?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay. Let me grab this. I mean, it's on Twitch, so it must be okay, right?
Mm-hmm. But this is by
bees.
far the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me.
Okay. Okay, I have to mentally prepare myself for this. Okay, you know what?
It's preparing.
I'm going to grab an emotional support creature because I'm going to need it to get through this story.
Are you getting a dog or a cat?
Oh, here's Betty. Alright,
Oh, is it a stuffed animal?
It's a stuffed animal. My dog normally sits in my room with me, but she didn't for this. That birdie is my stuffed blobfish that I'm holding. But I love him. But my dog normally sits in the room with me, or my cat, but they weren't there. So
I didn't even know you did cam streams.
yeah, I used to stream.
This is the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to me in my entire life.
And then I stopped because I had terrible anxiety.
You should start again.
I still think of it now, and I get
day.
emotionally traumatized by it because it's just one of the worst things that I imagine that anybody that could ever happen to anybody, and it feels so unbelievable that I'm surprised that people believe me because it is unbelievable, but it genuinely happened, and I hate that it genuinely happened. And I'm also a believer that it could have only ever happened to me because only ever the most embarrassing, horrendous things happen to me. They happen to me. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just a magnet for it.
It's
but
not.
It happens
That's not true.
Me.
It happens to other
Second
people.
Thing. Here's Bertie.
I mean,
we will kiss Bertie now.
One day I'll sit down with you and I'll talk about some of the embarrassing, horrendous things that have happened.
Okay.
We have a lot of talks apparently that we need to have.
So, context to the story.
Okay.
So, yes, I gave a bunch of people
A bunch.
in varying age ranges a golden shower without their permission and without my permission. So, I was, I think, 16, 15, 14. I don't even remember how old I was. I was in my teens.
Are you sure
and
it's okay?
I was
Yes, you'll see.
not unpopular, but I was definitely not popular, right?
Somewhere in the middle. Okay.
And my friend happened to be really good friends with a bunch of very popular people, and she got invited to go out to a theme park, and I got invited by my friend. Let's call her, I don't know. Let's call her
Ashley. Monica.
Francesca. Okay, let's call her Francesca.
Francisca.
So Francesca was friends with all of these really popular girls, and they all wanted to go to this theme park. Now, we only have one amusement park, theme park in the entirety of New Zealand, and it's in Auckland, where I'm from. And it's not great. It was made in the 80s. It's terrible, but, you know, they've added new rides as time's gone on. It's not the best. It's not the worst. It's pretty average, kind of standard. At the time, they just put in a brand new ride that everybody was getting, really, really excited about. And everybody was like, oh, you know, there's this new ride there. We're going to go and have fun on it. It's going to be great. We're going to be in the sun all day. It's going to be awesome. And so it gets really fucking hot in the peak of summer here. And my mum was like, oh, you're going to go with your friends, you know, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, they're coming to pick me up. And my mum was like, okay.
Notice the New Zealand dialect. Mum. Right? Mum? M-U-M?
Mum. M-U-M.
Okay, yeah. We're going to continue on now.
Put on sunscreen, put on a hat, like, you know, like, be sun safe. And I was like, okay, so I did. And then my mum, we have these bottles here, they're called Kiwi Blues, and they're massive water bottles, like huge. And my mum was like, take this with you because it's going to get hot and you're going to get dehydrated, and take it with you. And I was like, no, I really don't want to because it's just going to be like cumbersome, and also
your chat. Also, honey, remember not to piss on anyone today.
So my chat have heard this story a couple of times. I've told really embarrassing stories on my Twitch channel before, and this is the worst one.
It sounds like it is. Yeah,
somebody redeemed it. I have a story time on channel points where I'll be like, give me a subject and I'll think of a story that happened to me revolving around that word or something that reminds me of that word.
And someone said pee?
And no, somebody said the roller coaster story. And I was like, okay. So I retold this story because lots of my like old Twitch channel viewers who have been around for like 2 years and like in my first few months of streaming,
they got you to say like, in your first few months? Wow.
Yeah, so for my first few months of like consistent streaming, this was a story I told, and so to them it's like iconic. There's like a couple of really iconic, like really terrible, embarrassing stories that I've told, but this is the one that gets consistently asked to retell. So I was like, I'm gonna tell it now, and I told one of my moderators, I was like, just highlight this, so that way if somebody asks for it again, it's just there, and they can go and watch it.
Absolutely. Okay, let's go.
It's really lame.
I'm excited.
Water. And my mum was like, fucking do it. You're an idiot. Take the water bottle. And I was like, no, I don't want to take it with me. I don't want to take it with me. And so my mum was like, fucking take the water bottle, you stupid bitch. And
Mom,
I, in an almost like act of defiance, was like, fuck it. So I drank like about half the bottle there, like on the spot, and then like slammed it down on the counter, and then I was like, oh, I'm good, like I'm gonna be fine, and then like ran out to go to my friends who were waiting in the car. So then Francesca, myself, and her popular friends, we all got there, and we're having like the best time.
Okay, I have a question. I have to ask. Did you not want to take the giant blue water bottle because you were hanging out with the popular kids?
I thought that drinking water was lame.
Yeah, no, I would have done the same thing. I would have been like, that's stupid, Mom.
That is lame. Being hydrated? Can you imagine if all my friends are going to be sitting there drinking Diet Coke, Mom? If I turn up with a massive bottle of water, can you imagine how embarrassing that would be? That would be so embarrassing.
Water's so uncool, Mom.
Mom, you're so
understand.
Embarrassing. You don't get it. I want to go to the theme park and drink nothing but fucking Sprite. Okay, that's all I want to do. Why can't you accept
Give me
the fact
some
that
Auckland bucks. What do you use for currency there?
Kiwi Blue.
No, I mean money. What's your money? New Zealand dollars?
Just $1.
It's it's called dollars there too. Okay.
It's just dollars.
Give me $20 so that I can buy a 8-ounce cup of Sprite.
Oh, that's all I want, Mom. Because the thing is I'd have to be lugging around a massive bottle of water, and I was like, that is so lame. Can you imagine being hydrated?
Not showing her on stream, but she's doing this. Like, oh my God, water?
Mom, oh my God, can you not? I don't want to be hydrated. That is so embarrassing. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't want to see your face no more. All right, I just got slapped.
Wow. And it was Lacey too? Lacey, you're so mean and I love you, but you're so mean.
All right. Here we go. Let's continue with the story.
Super duper fun.
Alright, I'm ready.
Summoning spell.
man.
I summon your face.
Okay, so it's super duper fun. We're having the greatest time ever. And then we get to the final ride, the new one that's been installed that everybody's really excited about. Now, I always do a terrible job of explaining what this ride is, but basically there's like a claw, and on the ends of all of the claws are 4 seats. There's 2 on each side, and the claw lifts up and it spins, and also the seats that you are on spin.
Oh wow.
And the mechanism that goes up this part, this spins as well. So basically you're spinning a lot. And at this point, I'm on the ride. I'm sitting next to my friend Francesca. And Francesca has a friend on the other side. So we're sitting on opposite sides. So me and Francesca are here. And one of her other friends, one of the other popular girls, is sitting here. Now, what happens is that if there's just one person sitting on one side and there's nobody sitting next to them, they will spin erratically. And to me, in my 15-year-old brain, as we start going up and she starts spinning around erratically, I think this is the fucking funniest thing that I've ever seen in my entire life. And I'm like wheezing with laughter and losing my shit and freaking the fuck out because I just think it's so hilarious. And then at that moment, I suddenly realize, oh fuck, I'm going to piss myself. So I'm trying desperately hard to hold it in. And I'm like, but I'm laughing so hard and I have the centrifugal force of fucking spinning around erratically and it's not working. And I'm trying so hard to hold it in and my whole body's like, nah, and just gives up. And I unleash the entirety of my bladder, which is about 2 liters full of water. And of course, because I'm spinning and we're going upside down and around each other,
I'm embarrassed for you right now.
The piss is then being spread
most
all over
embarrassing
everybody
thing that's
else
ever
on the
happened to
ride.
me.
It hit everyone else. Because you're like a sprinkler. Like, fucking. You're turning red.
So, and at that point, I'm like hysterically laughing to suddenly dead silent in my seat. And Francesca, who's sitting next to me, is like kind of noticing that I'm really quiet. And then the ride stops. And the ride starts slowly.
They stop it early?
Slowly descending down. And it's at this moment that I realized that on the ground, it was clear day, by the way, completely clear, like no clouds in the sky whatsoever. And it's at this moment that I noticed that on the ground, there are just little droplets everywhere, like it's been raining. And I am like, holy fuck, there is no way that I didn't hit every single person on this ride. And everybody's just kind of looking around. And it gets worse because when you're in these seats, because you're spinning around so erratically and you're doing all this crazy shit, the seats have to be really deep. Like my knees are like up here, right? So I am like, oh fuck. And it's at that moment that I realized that not all of the piss got everywhere. I'm now sitting in it.
In a puddle.
Like a little puddle. And it's at this point that I realized that everybody is suddenly going to realize that it's me. Because what happens is they press the button. They press the button on the side, like the conductor, I don't even know if you call it a conductor, the ride assistant or whatever, has to come over and press a manual release button to lift the bars up, and it's also just like the seats will then suddenly. The seats then
Dump
release
piss out of them?
so that, you know, whatever. So I'm like, oh fuck, if Francesca's bar goes up before mine, then my piss is going to slosh out of the seat because it'll now be weighted towards me, and it's going to go all over the floor and everybody's going to know that it was me. However, if my seat goes up first and I get out first, then my piss is going to slosh into her seat and it's going to get all over her. So
God, how much
I'm
piss are we
freaking the
talking
fuck
about?
out, and I don't know what I'm going to do.
There was a lot.
And so then the guy presses the button, Francesca's armbar goes up first, and she gets out, and then all the piss just goes whoop. Like there's a nice little slap sound and then just a slow dribble. And I am like, I wanted to die. I was like, I'm so ready for death. Death could embrace me right now and I would be so thrilled. And so I get up and I sprint as fast as I can towards the collection bags where we like place our like belongings and stuff. And I'm over at like the boxes, like desperately like trying to find like a jumper or something that I can wrap around myself. And as people like coming over and collecting their things, I just hear people like quietly whispering to themselves, and one person saying, "Did it rain?"
Oh no.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes? Did you shout yes and then run?
I'm freaking out.
I was shouting yes and ran.
My friend Francesca comes over, and I'm wearing a dress. So I'm wearing a dress. It's kind of short, not really, but I'm like, okay, like that's not so bad, but it's the fact that I've got a massive wet patch now where my ass is, and my stockings are now wet. And my friend Francesca comes over and looks at me and goes, did a bottle explode in your bag? Or was that
Gave you a look.
Or was that piss? And I was like, oh, yeah, no, ooh, that was me. Ooh, that was me. Ooh. And she was like, okay. And bless this fucking woman goes over to the popular girls who are all like, why am I wet? And
that's probably what they said exactly.
And she's like, oh, B and I, we're just gonna go on the bumper boats real quick. And they're like, oh, we can come. And she's like, no, it's fine. So she like takes me and we like start sprinting like up towards the bumper boats, which are like far off in the fucking distance. And I'm like running past all the people and everybody's looking at me. Everybody knows me. Everybody knows. And so I'm like sprinting, and she goes and takes me to the bumper boats and then proceeds to just fucking absolutely wash me with water in the bumper boat. So at least it looks like that I just got wet on the bumper boats. But still. So there you go. That's my story.
That's a great story.
That's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me in my entire life.
So far. There's room for improvement.
That is the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me in my entire life. And to this day, sometimes I sit there and I think about it.
Oh no. That's sad.
And I just never want anybody to ever be in that position.
Mm-hmm.
I just really.
Oh, I feel
don't want
bad.
anybody to ever have to deal with that ever.
Are you gonna cry?
Fuck. But yeah, now you all know. Now you're all aware.
Oh God. B, are you okay?
I'm
the Wild
fine.
RP community,
How
can you
are
please
you?
still think that I'm cool?
Wild RP community, can you please still think that I'm cool? that you ended that video.
Yeah.
We still think you're cool.
Oh well, thank God. But yeah, like your embarrassing story, and then that's the most embarrassing
Mine's
thing
kind
that's
of
ever
cute
happened to
and
me.
like funny. Yours is like
Yours is really cute. Mine is
Yikes.
I pissed on people.
in the best way possible too. Like you were spinning so fast that it was like a sprinkler system.
It really was.
And it was all
I was
you.
I was literally.
It was impressive. I'm sure everyone has embarrassing stories. Everyone except me. Jenny, you have an embarrassing story, I bet. You think Jenny Hell?
Jenny?
Yeah.
You do have one. It's just whether or not you want to openly admit it to thousands of people.
Exactly. Yep.
Is the difference.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I wholeheartedly believe that if I don't laugh at these stories, I'll cry.
I think you were close when you were telling it.
Yeah, so I just have to laugh. I mean, like, I've had some really embarrassing shit happen to me in my life, but life's too short. You just have to laugh.
I don't think I get close.
If you don't, then you'll just be sad about it.
What's the view count on the highlight video? Do we want to know how many people have seen it?
I actually don't know. 306.
306, yeah. Not that many.
Well, I noticed that when I look at it on my phone, if I look at my channel on my phone, it's the first video that pops up. So, but not when you go to it on a computer. Normally that's just past broadcasts. Like you have to search for it or look for highlights to find it. Do I have any other highlights? I don't even know. I have Nora.
Soap operas.
And that's about it.
What?
But
she didn't hear me.
Wait, what did you say?
Nothing.
No, go on.
I just typed in New Zealand soap operas.
Don't.
Okay, I won't. She gave me a really serious look. I thought she was gonna beat me up.
They can't even see me.
I know they can't see you. I don't know. I wasn't sure if you wanted to be on camera.
I don't care.
The only embarrassing thing was being late for class once because I forgot to put a bra on and had to take an extra bus ride home. That's probably it. Did you tell everyone? Sorry, I forgot to put a bra on. That one made it.
I have one. I was a late bloomer. Very late.
Okay.
And I was in intermediate school, which I think you guys call middle school.
Yeah, middle school. Yeah.
Yeah, I was in intermediate school, and we had a school assembly. I think it was every Friday. I don't fucking remember. It was so long ago now. But every Friday, and you have to file into the school hall. You did it class by class, and you know there's certain classes was set up front, etc., etc. But I remember there was this one day.
Hold on, did you pee on everyone in this?
No.
Okay.
Surprisingly, I know that you would think that it would be a common occurrence for me at this point.
I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like the same story, you know?
No, this did not somehow ignite my incessant need to piss on people. But you know, that's
okay. Continue. I'm never gonna look at you the same.
I don't. Okay. You know what? I feel like justifying it makes it worse. I don't pee on people, just so people are aware. That's not a thing that I enjoy.
I mean, you do pee on people.
I did it once, and I didn't mean to.
Fair
anyway,
enough.
We're getting distracted.
You peed on more people than everyone else here combined.
True, but I didn't mean to.
Okay.
But okay, so we were sitting in a school assembly, and you have to file in line by line into these long lines of like benches or pews. I don't know what the fuck you want to call them. And we in the summer had like I don't know what you guys call them. We call them singlets. They're like straps, but they're like wide strapped shirts, and you don't have sleeves. I don't know how to describe this.
Let's look this up.
Singlet.
Singlet.
Singlet. Yeah. SINGLET.
Wrestling singlets?
Yeah, that kind of like
Does it
that.
go from,
not
does
a
it go from
wrestling
your
fucking
shoulders
singlet.
all the way down to your thighs?
No, it's
Okay.
just like it's just that shape in the top half, and then it stops. You fucking, where a normal shirt fucking stops. That's a singlet.
Shirt.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's like a tank top.
Yeah, like a tank top. Okay.
Okay.
So this is so weird.
You were wearing a singlet.
Wearing a singlet, and in the summertime we wore those, and there was a boy in the class above mine, and he went down the line because there were the girls had to sit before the boys, and he went down the line in the row behind us and was snapping the brass straps,
of course,
of
as
all
you
the
do.
girls as he walked past. And I didn't have one on because I was a late bloomer and super flat chested and was like, but he.
What did this little
walked past
asshole
me.
do?
Yeah, and so he walked past me and went to do it, and there wasn't anything there. So he yelled.
No, he did not.
He was like, "Oh, you don't have a bra," and then continued down the line.
What a dick.
And I was like, "Oh."
Did you punch him?
No, but I wanted to.
What a jerk.
But it was just one of those things where I was just like, yeah, I'm very aware of the fact that I'm freakishly tall for a woman and don't have boobs yet. But that's fine. I'll get them later. Can everybody just chill out?
You get those boobs later. You go,
Hell
girl.
yeah. You go, girl. Get those boobs later.
Yeah. When I was 16 at this party, this one girl I really liked was about to make out with her butt. Oh, I was about to make out with her butt because I was like, wow, okay. But because I drank too much, I ended up throwing up all over her. Wow.
Ooh.
That's awful.
That's pretty
I think
bad.
I've seen that in a movie.
I don't think I've ever thrown up on somebody before. That's something I haven't done.
I don't think so either. Oh, one time, this isn't really embarrassing, but it was like
near someone. I threw up on somebody's shoes once.
Did you?
Sorry.
I think that happens a lot though.
Yeah, it was my first work function, my first job, and it was a Christmas party. And it was a woman who was very well respected and had been at the job for a really long time, and everybody loved her. And I was 19, and I threw up over a balcony.
What's the drinking age there?
18.
Okay, yeah, all right.
And I threw up over a balcony in the middle of town. Yeah, in the middle of town. And town at night is really busy and popular. Here, a lot of nightclubs. And I threw up over a balcony.
The town of Auckland?
In Auckland, yeah. And I threw up over a balcony, and at the time, people knew who I was because of the show I was on, and so people were pointing up at me being like, there's so-and-so, my character name, throwing up over a balcony. And I was so embarrassed that I turned around and I just threw up on the patio in front of me and all over her shoes. It was good.
Oh no. Yeah, but it's bees. We're talking to bees.
Hi, I'm Bees.
Bees Knees has invaded my channel.
Yeah, he was about to end stream, and then I came in and I told him, no balls, you won't talk to me right now.
She did say no balls, and I was like, I have balls, stop it. And now here we are. We're having a conversation. We're talking about life.
We are talking about life. We're talking about embarrassing stories and other things. Even though he meant to end stream a while ago, I just came in and invaded because I've had one too many GNTs today.
You like gin and tonic?
Gin and tonic is my drink of choice.
Yeah.
I go to sleep on a GNT and I wake up in the morning and I feel okay. Anything else, I'm dead in the morning.
How are you gonna feel tomorrow?
Totally fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Right on.
I'll wake up tomorrow. Like if I have a whole bottle of water here. If I drink that before I go to bed,
and then you ride a ride,
I'll wake up in the morning, totally fine. I'll be like, yeah, I'm ready to go. But anything else, I'm fucked for the rest of the day. I'm not much.
Yeah, no, I like some people have that. They have like their drink. They're like, I am in. Oftentimes, and I'm not saying this is you. Oftentimes, it's alcoholics who have this, where they're like, my routine is I drink this drink every single night of my life, and I'm always fine in the morning. I'm not saying that's you.
No, I'm not a big drinker, but I figured it was my mum's 60th dinner party,
absolutely.
So I deserved it. And
I don't really drink ever, except for tonight.
Well, hell yeah. Are you still drinking? Because I am.
I am. I'm almost done. Almost out.
Okay. Well.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers. Chat can't see me, but chat, I'm cheersing. He can see me, but you can't. Cheers. Boop. Boop.
Oh, sorry. To my camera. There we go.
There you go.
All right. What color of hair do you have under that hat? Me, it's brown.
Blonde.
My hair's brown.
I used to be blonde, and then I cut all my hair off, and it grew back brown.
What?
Oh,
really?
Yeah. So I have gone through so many hair journeys because I was one of those people where I hated my hair, my natural hair, for the longest time because it was super intense, thick, frizzy, blonde, curly hair, and I fucking hated it.
Mm-hmm.
And one day
somehow it's brown and not curly anymore?
No. So so when I was a teenager, my hair was unmanageable. I used to avoid brushing my hair.
Can we get a picture?
Yeah, I can get a picture. Also, I'm going to let my dog in because I can hear her at my door. Hold on.
Should be right back. The star of the show is gone for just a minute. That door leads outside? Jesus. I have so many questions right now for our chat. Why can't we see her? I mean, I guess I could. I'll ask her again if she's okay with it.
Yeah, what do you want? Yeah.
Oh, that's not outside. That's leading to the rest of her home. She has a big bedroom. She's gone. She left us. Okay. Chat. Like a normal door? Yeah, it's just a normal door. It's not an outside door.
Yeah. Sorry, that was very wholesome. My father printed out a happy birthday sign for my mum.
Was that your dad?
Yeah.
He was like, he was like, I love you, and she was like, I love you too.
That is not true. My dad is like my favorite person on the planet.
Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe I missed it. Chat wants to see you. It's up to you.
Oh, hi.
You want me to?
Yeah, go on. I don't care.
You're bigger than I am now. You're the star of the show.
Wow. Look at me go. Hi.
Look, it's Bee's niece.
Hi. I'm drinking my G&T. Anyway, did you see my dog when she came in?
Yeah, your dog's huge.
She's little.
Is she
she's
little?
A little baby.
Seems
large.
Yeah,
she's a Staffy cross, but she's only little. Her name's Twiggy.
Twiggy.
Yeah, Twiggy or Twig, but she's a cutie.
Orcish and Bees, I just want you to know You both bring me so much enjoyment. I can't express it. It really makes the days go by so well while I'm out of work and hurt. I just want to say thanks. Oh, Flint Flan. I'm so glad that our goofy role play is bringing some good in the world.
Yeah, man. I just want to say there are some wonderful, amazing people who follow, like,
who just watch.
all of Wild so closely.
The viewers are really cool.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Can you explain the couch?
Oh, okay. That's so that is not an egg. Okay, so it's a blanket.
Oh, okay.
That's over the top of that couch.
It looks comfortable then, probably.
It is, but that blanket has been around since I was a baby. But
wow.
It's fake fur. It's not an actual cow.
Are we looking at a bedroom right now? Because it's huge.
I live in my parents' basement.
Oh, you get the whole basement to yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
That's awesome.
Would you like a tour? Would you like a tour?
Point us a tour.
Okay. Well,
I know that door is out. You get out that way.
That is my door to upstairs.
Okay.
That's my closet.
Uh-huh.
That is my cabinet full of junk.
Right, junk cabinet. Everyone has one of those.
Yeah, that is my art table, where it's full of all of my random weird art supplies that I have, and just pieces of paper and journals and all kinds of stuff.
Right.
The one that's next to it. That's my couch.
Mm-hmm.
That is my TV over there. That's also my laundry, which I haven't done because
I need to do my laundry tomorrow too. Yeah.
Yeah. There's my bed. I also have my wall of affirmations. Hold on, let me show you that. I have my wall of, don't know if you can see it, but there's like a whole bunch of like
handwritten affirmations.
Handwritten affirmations and life lessons that I've learned. And
do you read them
drawings.
Like every month or something?
I sometimes, if I'm just going through a bit of a shitty time, I like to look back through them and be like, which one applies to my life today?
You should take pictures of them so that I can do that too.
Yeah. So there's just a whole bunch of shit up there. There's also Frida Kahlo, who I am completely obsessed with. And yeah, and then my computer setup is obviously here. My makeup desk is over there from when I used to do special effects makeup and wedding makeup and television. Yeah, I have a diploma in special effects and television makeup.
Who is this woman?
I've done a lot of shit. So there's that, and I have a whole bunch of wigs up there too. I have my old art computer, which I used to use all the time. It's a Mac though. I haven't touched it in a really long time.
Ugh, fucking Macs.
Yeah, well, I used to. That was my computer for a really long time, and it wasn't until my Twitch community came along and basically
they were like, "Yo, you can't be gaming on a Mac. Let's help her."
Yeah, pretty much. And they donated me a whole bunch of money to help me get a computer, which I'm still stupid thankful for to this day. And then I have a whole bunch of gifts and other little pieces of memorabilia up on this wall. I don't know if you can see.
It's pretty dark.
Notes and things that I've been given. Yeah, and then I have my plant, which I got for my birthday. And then...
How many monitors do you have?
2. I
Two
just
monitors?
got my second monitor. My community gifted me a second monitor after many months of me complaining about me not having one.
When did you just get a second monitor?
Fuck, like a couple of weeks ago? 2 weeks ago?
You've been living on one monitor for that long?
I was living on one monitor for about a year and a half.
Thanks. I mean, sorry, everybody's got to start somewhere.
Well, I mean, I just was like, I don't have any money. And on top of that, I wasn't streaming enough to warrant having a second monitor.
I feel like I'm interviewing you, but I have another question.
Yeah.
You worked on a soap opera for how many years? 4? 5?
4, 3.5, somewhere around there.
Are you still getting paid from that? I know there's royalties from something. You don't get anything. Because they don't replay soap operas, so you don't get anything.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I got paid a weekly salary.
Do you have bees on your shirt?
No, No, they're little
Those are-
butterflies.
Yeah, those
But-
are butterflies.
I have so much like yellow themed clothing that I pretty much do wear bee themed clothes all the time. Like half, if I could show you my little closet, most of it is filled with yellow. And same with my shirts and stuff. There's a lot of bee themed yellow.
She likes yellow,
themed
chat.
clothes.
She's a fan.
I do. I feel like yellow. If you look at yellow, you can't be sad. Yellow
I
is
don't
just
mind
like
yellow.
a really happy color.
I just don't like it on my body.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't know. I like blues and grays. Fucking lame. I don't know. Black.
I mean, blues and grays are nice.
Yeah.
Very neutral tones.
Uh-huh.
But I'm not a big fashion person.
Me
I had to kind of learn how to, because I was a really, do we want to get into nitty gritty?
I mean,
Do we want to?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. I was a really nerdy person. I wasn't conventionally good looking for a really long time. And
That changed.
Eventually, once I ended up on the soap opera and people were like, no, you're actually quite attractive once you know what the fuck you're doing and how to dress. And I was like, oh, okay. But for the longest time, I had no idea how to fucking dress myself at all. I
still don't. I'm like, when I try to put my pants on, I'm like, how does this fucking, I don't know.
I mean, I put on things that are comfortable for me now. And I don't necessarily care about how I look. For the longest time, I really fucking did. And I was super obsessed with how I looked and dressed and wore and where I went. And then eventually I just was like, that is so much pressure to put on myself and I can't be fucking bothered. And so now I just wear whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I didn't know how the fuck to dress myself at all. And I was just like, I just want to wear random shit. And so I basically was just putting on shit that I was like, this looks nice, I guess, and just put it on. And I mean, my main staple pretty much every single day is I'll literally just put on my jeans, which are my tried and true jeans, which I've had for fucking God knows how long.
Right.
And I'll just put them on and I'll put on some kind of novelty random shirt that I've bought.
You are describing my wardrobe right now.
Yeah, that is literally my day. That is my life, and that is what I wear.
And then now I have a hat too that I can have hats.
The hat is very nice. I do like the beanie.
Thank you. I have a couple. Several.
I have a. Hold on. Should I grab my beanie? I don't even know. Yeah, should I grab my beanie?
You can find it.
Yeah, I know where it is.
Let's be
Hold on,
beanie buddies.
Let me go grab it. I haven't worn it in a little while, but let me go grab it. Thing.
Just all of Twitch. Yeah, let's literally every person I've ever every person I've ever met off of Twitch wears jeans and a funny t-shirt.
It says honey on it.
Honey like bees. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I like it.
There you go. Now we're beanie buddies.
We are beanie buddies. Yeah, I actually am gonna buy some more beanies because I feel like I don't have enough. I'm in beanie season right now.
I do. That's the one thing. Okay, I don't like winter at all. Mainly because I think I would like winter if it was snowy here.
Well, you're in summer right now, right?
Yeah, we're in summer. But we don't have.
Doesn't snow there at all?
Not in Auckland.
Okay.
But like further south in the lower South Island, it can snow.
Where is Lord of the Rings at?
Lord of the Rings is all over the place.
They filmed everywhere?
It was filmed in a vast
Have you taken the tour?
Amount of locations. No, I
you
really want to go
and
to.
You haven't taken the tour.
No, I went to. I had a friend who worked at Hobbiton for a little while, but I never went. I really wish that I had, but I haven't.
Hey, do you know who Kason's is?
Kaysons? Yeah, I know who Kaysons is.
He sounds like Bill Clinton, and he's playing a deputy.
I love Kaysons.
Someone, Kaysons, what's up, man? He just subbed to me. Thank you so much for that sub, dude. Somebody in my chat today was like, "Who's that deputy that sounds like Bill Clinton?" And I had not realized that you kind of do a little sound like Bill Clinton until he said that.
That is so oddly specific, and I love it.
Yeah, a little bit. It's not so obvious that it's like, who's fucking Bill Clinton? But
I love Kaysons. I will say it here. I'll die on this hill. I love Kaysons.
It's great.
Yeah. I get super nervous around new people in the community all the time. Well, I say new people, but just people who I have like seen, because I'm just a very nervous, anxious human being in general. But there are so many people who but there are so many people who I see and I'm like, I totally love their roleplay. I'm just too frightened to go up and approach them or say anything because I'm just such
I always
a fucking...
DM people. I DM people all the time and I'm like, I love your roleplay.
You're much braver than I.
Well, what are they gonna say? Like, thanks, dummy. You stupid.
I just have terrible anxiety about the fact that I'm just gonna say something embarrassing or weird and they're gonna be like, okay, weirdo, and then never want to RP with me ever again. That is just my general feeling about things.
I understand that feeling for sure.
Yeah. But Kaysons, hi. I think that you're great. I have seen your RP and you are just an absolute delight and a complete asset to this community, and I'm really glad that you're here. Thank you. That's all.
I think we're all very like blessed. I don't think people realize how blessed we are right now. We're in a very strange time on the server. Very like we've been flooded. Like the server's gotten all kinds of exposure.
It has been crazy how much exposure it's received recently.
So we're getting this like huge influx of new role players and lots of viewers, and it's just been a blast. And I don't think people realize how lucky we are.
No, I mean, the thing is that like the community itself has blown up, because I think about, and I'm sure Lacey, who's in the chat, can attest to this, when we first started, it was so small. It was so tiny. Yeah. And like most of the RP that we got was standing outside of the bank or outside of the saloon in Valentine, just standing there talking. Yeah. And that was it.
I should have started playing a year ago. I would have loved that.
Oh, it was such a different time. Yeah. It was such a different time. And I definitely miss certain aspects of it. But at the same time, I'm so fucking glad that this server and this community is getting the exposure that it fucking deserves. Yeah, because it is just really good. So wonderful.
It's a great story.
Oh yeah, and the just the storytelling and the people and the fact that people are just so willing and committed to making great stories together is so wonderful.
There's a lot of really generous RP on the server. I will say it's not perfect, but I will say it is nearly the best. I think it might be the best RP server I've ever roleplayed on. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's never going to be perfect, but...
No, nothing ever is.
Yeah, true.
But in terms of roleplay servers, it's very good.
Personally... I can't imagine it being better. Like, I can't imagine there being another place out there that is better.
No. Yeah. And I mean, I personally really wholeheartedly believe that as a learning platform for RP, I am so unbelievably fucking lucky that it was wild that I got to learn on.
And you got to learn on it when it was still small before it blew up, which is perfect. It was like you had a little training session with all these good role players, and then now you're on the main stage.
I mean, like, I definitely, and this is a big part of the reason why I don't stream as much. Like, I definitely have like a lot of anxiety about my own role play, because I look at people like, especially newer people who have joined but have been role playing or like role play veterans for a really fucking long time. People like Vertigo, Jam, just those kinds of people, where I'm so unbelievably intimidated by the work that they do and how much effort and time and just character development they put into their characters and just the stories that they're willing to communicate and play. Like, I was like, like I get super anxious about it, and I doubt my own. Yeah.
Well, I can tell you a story about that, actually.
Go on.
Do you know Otis? Do you know my character Otis?
I fucking love Otis.
Hello, my name's Otis.
Okay, quick little side note before you continue.
Side note.
I absolutely loved running into Otis on Ophelia and having just the sweetest little interactions with him from time to time. It was really wholesome and I really enjoyed it, and I wish I told you sooner, but it was so cute. Okay, sorry, continue.
That was like 2 months ago. Can you remind me? Can you remind me of these interactions, please?
There was one out at the water pump with Baker where the two of them were talking with Otis, and he was like, oh yeah, by the way, I was dating V, and V had been sleeping with the deacon who officiated our marriage the whole time. Yeah. There was also one time where he got into a fist fight with somebody, and then Ophelia took care of him and bandaged him up. For a little... Yeah, that was me.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah. So that's actually two things that were related. Otis found out that his wife was cheating on him with the deacon who had married them. And so he confronted the deacon and beat him up in the parlor house, and then another guy like smashed his head in the wall. And you took care of poor little Otis.
Yeah, he was such a sweet little bean.
So my first week on the server, I was playing Otis, and the reason why I chose Otis is because I didn't know how to play Red Dead Redemption at all. So I was like, I'll play the village idiot, and I can learn how to play the game at the same time.
I will say this, playing village idiots on the server can be such a breath of fresh air because you have nothing to worry about.
It can be. I will say this though. When there's a group of village idiots that runs up to me as a deputy and tries to take my time away when I'm trying to save someone's life, I want to murder them. And that's happened to me a couple of times.
I definitely think there's a time and a place for idiocy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I understand where you're coming from.
So anyways, my first week playing Otis, I was in the tavern, and I'd never RP'd with Jam Jar before. And chat was like, that's Jam, when he was playing Mr. Magic. And Mr. Magic, I don't know if you remember that character, but it was pretty brief. He was like a circus guy.
Yeah, he was with Boop Boop, the bear.
Might be. Yeah, there was. I think
so.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bitch, I put on this badge every day.
Hey, Frost. Thank you for that sub.
Hi, Frost.
Frost plays Bianca.
Can I please just quickly, on a side note before we forget?
Yeah.
Can I please just really quickly gush over how much I love Frost?
Yeah, let's gush together. Can we? You go first.
All right, Frost, I'm speaking directly to you.
Yeah.
You just, without a doubt, speaking from the depths of my little angry, very weird heart, you consistently have provided such incredible roleplay, guidance, and just wonderful, amazing story, and just general wonderful amazingness. Not only in Wild, but in my life. And I just think that you are...
That's sweet.
Yeah, you are just such a wonderful, incredible human being. And I am so unbelievably grateful to have had so much time with you, and story, and just, I think that you are just completely wonderful and great. So I won't go too much, but I just love you.
I
That's
don't
all.
think that I can compete with that, so I'll just say.
Please say nice things.
Do you think?
She deserves
okay.
it.
I'm gonna try to. Okay, let me change the music. Frost. Without you, McGregor would go hungry every day. He'd drink disgusting green barrel water. And every single person he flirted with would deny him outright. So I don't know what to say. McGregor would be dead right now if it weren't for you. So oh, I'm just getting teared up thinking about it. Thank you for saving his life, is what I'm saying. All right, that was a poor attempt, but
no, that was beautiful. You came from the heart, and that's all that matters.
No, really, Frost, I appreciate your roleplay. You're very good. I like it. Shit, what were we talking? Oh yeah, my Otis story. Okay, so first week on the server, I'm playing Otis. I'm trying to learn the game, and I walk into the tavern, and I don't know if you guys know, if you remember what Otis looks like, but I made him. He basically has the body of a hulking gorilla, and the face of like a baby with thinning hair, and like a 12-year-old's attempt at a mustache.
I love him so much.
It's really funny. And I walk into the tavern, and Mr. Magic walks up to me, played by Jam, and he's like, "You look like the chinless wonder. Look at you. You have no chin at all." And he just starts RPing with me, and we have like this weird scene, but Otis is supposed to sound like, for those of you who know Warcraft, I'm a big Warcraft fan, Otis is supposed to sound like a Warcraft 3 peasant, which is like, "Job's done. Hello. More work. Okay." Like, that's how he's supposed to sound. I was so nervous during my scene with Jam Jar that my voice went up an octave and it started cracking. So now Otis sounds like this. Hello. I'm Otis.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's so I couldn't like just be like, well, I'm changing his voice.
No, I mean, I completely understand. I mean, again, relatively new to the server, didn't know what I was doing, heard about one-shot characters and was like, I'm gonna make a one-shot character so I don't have to worry about anything. I was just like, I'm just gonna kill her. I'm just gonna kill her. She's gonna be a complete asshole.
Gonna die.
And she's gonna die. And I made Nora Boyle. And Nora was supposed to be like a... Yeah, Nora was supposed to be like a Brooklynite, like completely crazy mental lady.
Yeah.
And I ended up just completely sticking with her as a character and rolling with her for a really long time.
I feel like
because I was...
That happens a lot though with RP. Like, I know you're fairly new. How long have you been doing it now?
For as long as the Wild RP server has been live.
How long is that?
Oh shit, it's gotta be a year and a bit now.
A year and a bit, yeah, about. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. It's probably gotta be like a year and a half now, right? Somewhere around there.
June, yeah, almost.
Yeah, June 2020. Yeah.
Okay. Do we have any mods?
I actually went back and I looked at when I made Georgie. Weirdly enough, I was going through my computer and I was just looking through like a bunch of shit. And I found out the exact day that I made Georgie. And Georgie was July 1st, 2020. So she's been around a long time.
Yeah, That's why she's so good at punching people in the face. Still have to teach me how to fight in this game.
I will teach you how to fight. But I also, my thing, because I was like, Georgie is a competitive little shit.
Uh-huh.
And so
and
Georgie
you are
is
a
like,
little bit too.
Me?
Yeah.
I like
I understand. You're hiding, you're hoarding the secret of being awesome at fighting.
I don't necessarily think that I'm competitive.
Okay.
I like to pretend that I am, definitely. But if I win or lose, I don't give a shit. I'm just there to have a good time. That is my main prerogative. I just want to have a good fucking time.
Do you know the haka?
I know a haka.
Oh, okay.
There's different types.
Lacey said that you have to live in New Zealand and learn the haka, and then
They teach
win.
you how to do the haka when you're in like primary school, but there's different versions and different types. It's not just one singular type.
Wow, okay, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch that you can learn. In fact, we have a specific type of Maori dance or performance called a kapa haka, which is like different types of like traditional Maori performances, including the haka, and you can interpret it or make up your own lyrics, dance moves, and stuff like that. But basically, the entire premise of the haka is that it's a war dance, which is why they did it like they do it before, rugby games and matches.
Yeah,
and
I was
stuff
gonna
like
say, and yeah, before sports.
Yeah, I mean, New Zealand is a country that's very deep and enriched with its te reo culture. There's definitely some people who don't necessarily believe in that, but it's very minute. A lot of the people who I know integrate te reo or Maori into their everyday language. Like me and my family do it every morning. We always come up and say like morena. We always try and keep ourselves integrated with the Maori culture. I'm actually part of a tribe called Ngāi Tahu, which is really cool. And it's something that's very deeply part of the New Zealand culture, just in general.
I wish you're so much more interesting than I am. I'm so glad this looks like I'm interviewing you.
I mean,
if it was the other way
just
around, it would
too many
not be as entertaining.
GNTs, and I'm just here to talk. So
Perfect. Okay.
And you're very interesting. Please stop downplaying yourself, because I don't appreciate that.
Okay. And
you are
and she's
also
nice.
very interesting.
And she's nice on top of that. Okay. So talking about role play, Georgie has given some of the best. You said earlier you're like self-conscious about your role play
all the time.
Georgie, okay, and I've been role playing for 3 years. I've played on like 7 different servers. I'm not as, my resume isn't as impressive as some of the people on the server, but I will tell you this though. The scene that I had with Georgie in the sheriff's office when she told me about what happened to her, possibly some of the best emotional role play that I've been a part of. So you have nothing to be ashamed of. You're very good. You know what you're doing. Yeah.
Don't make me cry.
Don't do it. I'll get so many follows.
No.
Plus, there's this hot barista. Okay, Flin Flan, we're not talking about a barista right now.
No, thank you.
It was really good, and chat agreed. And you know what? It wasn't the first time that you've given really good emotional RP, I'm pretty sure, right? Because you had this whole thing with him. With what's his name? The bad
Curtis?
guy? Yeah, Curtis. For a while now, right?
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, I'm only as good as the people around me. You know, Seda, who played the most terrifying fucking villain that I've ever seen on the server, pulled that shit out of me. It was incredible. I mean, they just in general are just fucking incredible as role players. And, you know, if I didn't have an absolutely fucking terrifying villain who genuinely scared the shit out of me in character and out of character, then it wouldn't have been as easy. I mean, it's the same with everybody else. I am only as good as the people around me. You know? And there are so many incredible, amazing, wonderful role players, including yourself.
Okay. You do not have to lie just because you're on my stream.
I'm not lying! I would like to say this. Shall we get gushy?
Okay.
I feel like we're... Hold on, let me sip it.
Only if we're talking about Dang It Lacey.
I have something to say about her after this. But
okay.
I will say this. The scene where Georgie was gonna turn herself in for murder.
Yeah.
I had no clue as to how the fuck that was gonna go, as you normally do with roleplay, because believe it or not, it's not scripted, even though we joke about it.
It is scripted, chat. She's lying. Kono writes a 600-page script every morning,
every week, and he puts it in our pigeonholes. Yeah, and he's like, "This is your scene for the
Memorize
week.
The
Learn
whole
your lines."
Thing.
That's right. But again, that scene would have been nothing without you. It's one of those things where it's cause and effect, right? Depending on the people who you are around and who you act with, and you know what other people's characters bring out of you reflects the role play that is being done between two people. Yeah. And you brought so much emotion and care and empathy and just so much role play and incredible acting work to that scene, more than I expected and more than I ever anticipated.
Well, I appreciate you lying. I will Venmo you $50.
I'm choking you through the screen right now. Fucking accept the compliment. You're as bad as me.
I appreciate that. Yeah, acting and video games are like my two biggest passions, but I never really was able to do much with acting other than like some plays. So this is it.
I mean, shit, that's a hell of a lot more than some people.
That's true. Yeah.
You know, acting is a terrifying thing, and it's really hard,
especially when you're young. All of my acting was when I was a teenager as well, and it was like in my early 20s, and it was like a lot of things you have to do. You're like, I'm gonna look so dumb doing this, but it's like that's what it is. That's a lot of times what acting is you're looking dumb in front of people. I don't know.
My favorite deputy.
Absolutely. But I think it's about taking the risk of looking stupid.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, you know what? I may look stupid, but if I love this and I'm committed to it, you shouldn't care. And it's one of those things where acting is really difficult because we really struggle to break out of our, you know, our own mental state of having to be perfect all the time. And
impress people and look cool or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But some of the most effective and wonderful roleplay or acting that I've ever seen has been people at their fucking core, detrimental, worst moments, because that's the stuff that people don't want you to see, but it's the stuff that everybody can relate to.
Yeah.
You know?
So true. I feel like you wrote that down before you said it.
No.
Did you write that down?
No.
Did you look that up on Google?
No.
That was a really good line. That was really good.
I mean, it's true, you know? Nobody really wants to acknowledge the fact that we do things that we don't want people to see ever, but it is the stuff that we want people to relate to. That is something that is so important, because nobody, you know, you can be, you know, you can be somebody who does everything perfectly all the time and always makes the right decision and always does the right thing or lives their life perfectly, but where is the relation in that? People make mistakes. People
Why McGregor's so fucking boring?
I fucking love McGregor.
Lawful good? Ugh.
You can be lawful good and still be interesting.
Yeah, no, you're right. Hey, what's up, Verts? Vert says, this is true. I've made a living from looking like an idiot.
Exactly.
Have you watched his stream?
Everybody's a fucking idiot, but nobody ever wants you to see you looking like an idiot.
We're all idiots. So true.
Exactly. Everybody will sit there and watch somebody acting like an idiot because they're like, haha, they're doing the thing that I pretend that I don't do, but I see it and I recognize it. It's just one of those things where it's like, I don't know. I feel like I suddenly got very preachy, but
preach it.
But you know, being an idiot online, or just making mistakes, or just generally making really stupid decisions, are things that people fucking do every single fucking day. And whether we like it or not, even though we want to see the good shiny sides of everything all the time, it's not realistic.
Yeah.
And some of the best RP I've ever seen have been people fucking up and making mistakes, because it adds story and it's real and it's human and it's things that people do. If everybody was a Billy Badass all the time, what would be the fucking point?
Oh god, I hate Billy that's why I don't do Conan RP anymore, because everyone was a fucking Billy Badass Conan RP. We don't need to get into that.
No.
But yeah, you right. Let me ask you a specific question about mistakes. How big of a mistake do you think it was? Oh wait, I don't know if you were there for this. How big of a mistake do you think it was for my new character Trip to take relationship advice from Baz Kerrigan and use that to hit on Molly?
I've already gushed over a couple of people in the community, but can I gush over Vertigo?
Yeah, he's in chat, I think, unless he already left, because
He was there momentarily. I saw him.
He probably left. He's making tea or something. Wait, he's from Australia, so what do Australian people drink instead of tea?
VB.
What is it? What did you say?
VB.
What's VB?
Victoria Bitters, which is a beer.
Oh, they have beer? Yeah. I thought it'd be 4 stars. Australian for beer.
Sam gets it. I'm so sorry, Sam. I'm so sorry. They still drink tea.
They drink tea? Okay, maybe he's making
they drink tea.
But go ahead.
I drink tea all the time.
Gosh over Verts, and we'll clip it and we'll send it to him. And there we go.
Okay, well, this will be very embarrassing for me then, especially because I'm 5-6 GNTs in now.
I'm sure you lost count. Probably more than that.
Okay. As somebody who actively avoided people who I knew were streamers, purely because I am such an anxious person and I am genuinely very terrified of people like hating what I do or my characters or my role play. I want to say that Vertigo was one of the first people who I felt truly accepted by, and he came in and, you know, talked to me in DMs and was super sweet and kind and just made me feel very comfortable. And on top of that, he has a community which has been super kind and wonderful, and has followed the entirety, not only of just Baz's story, but just the entire community story, and just keeping an eye on everything. And he is just such a wonderful human being. And him and Tank Girl as well, who I've gotten to know, Georgie and Effie have kind of made a mutual friendship as well. Just the two of them, just absolutely wonderful, kind, incredible human beings who provide incredible roleplay and give so much to the people around them, and know when to back out of stories and when to interject into stories, and just have a good general sense of storytelling and just people in general. And I just love the both of them very, very much. And I'm really genuinely very thankful that I have gotten to spend as much time with them on Georgie or on other characters as I have recently. Just wonderful.
Absolutely.
And incredible human beings. And I'm really, really, really thankful.
Actually, I can relate to that as well.
Yeah.
I definitely avoided. I don't know if I would say avoided, but I try really hard when I know that someone. I actually prefer when I don't know who the big streamers are, but I try really hard. This is gonna sound stupid, but I try really hard to not be the person that just like kind of shows up in scenes where the big streamers are at. I don't want people to think that I'm like stalking the streamer and been like, okay, like how can I force my character into this scene? So yeah, I avoid larger streamers a lot too, especially Bert's and
welcome to the burrow.
Moon. Yeah. I see. I mean,
no, I completely understand.
I've Otis goes up to literally every single person he's ever met and is like, can I try and sell you some milk? I've got bear milk. It makes your dick bigger, and whatever his spiel is. And I did not go up to Moon and try to sell milk. I didn't go up to Verts and try to sell milk. Like, someone had to come up to me and be like, will you sell some milk to him, please? So
completely understand that.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I get it. I mean, like, I just personally get really nervous just because, especially with like RP veterans, and I already have like terrible anxiety. I'm like, because I just don't want to be in there and just look like a fool or an idiot.
Right.
So I completely understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly.
Yeah, and I already told you my story about Jam. That's
yeah.
But it kind of broke the ice with us though, and now I feel comfortable role playing with Jam.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, there are a lot of really amazing people, like, not just characters, but people behind the characters.
Yeah. Who
will like reach out and talk to you. Suddenly Pandas, especially because he and I have known each other a really long time. Like,
is he on a soap opera? You probably shouldn't have told us that.
No. But he and I have interacted for as long as he's been on the server, and it's always been like very, very brief. But he and I, especially with everything that's been happening with Georgie and Hudson recently, will like reach out to me all the time and just be like, hey, how are you doing? Are you doing good? Like, I'd really like to, you know, do XYZ. How are you doing? And we'll just check in with me all the time. And that's like just people in general. Like, a lot of people who you expect to be like really intimidated by are just really wonderful, amazing people.
Yeah.
And it's always so like super shocking. Also, I will say this because Lacey's in there, and I fucking have seen her name in there for XYZ, and I said I was gonna say some shit about her.
Say it.
Lacey, I love you.
She loves
Lacey
you.
is somebody. Yeah, Lacey is somebody who I have
Is this a proposal?
known. I mean, pretty much at this point.
Okay.
Lacey is somebody
On
who
Twitch.
I have known.
First time ever.
Who I have known for a really fucking long time. They've probably been around as long as I have, at least. But just so wonderful, and I'm so lucky that I've had the time that I have with her, where she and I both kind of grew up in this community together, and we've made characters together and explored things together, and learned a lot through not only each other but other people around us, and is just a really wise and smart, just super intelligent and wonderful human being who's very fucking funny and gives a lot. And you know, I feel like she and I are very similar in a lot of ways, but just an incredibly wholesome and kind of bizarre human being, and I relate with her on so many levels, and just truly wonderful and inspiring. And I'm really glad that she's back, because I feel like more people need to be exposed to her RP and what she brings to the community, because she truly is a gem of a human being. And I think that more people need to see that and recognize that, and I'm glad that she's back. So
while you were talking, she said like 7 messages, and the one that I like the most is, "Oh honey, I am not wholesome." Oh
no, definitely not. I mean, she's wholesome in some ways, but I've definitely heard her say some pretty vulgar things in the past.
Yeah, we know she's not wholesome.
But just a wonderful human being. How long ago was it that you were going to end your stream?
2 hours ago. I mean, I'm getting some...
No, it hasn't been 2 hours.
Who's keeping track? When did we switch
There's
over?
There's no way it's been 2 hours.
Chatting.
You're joking.
I think so. I mean, I'm very easy to talk to.
That's true. Which is why I have been reaching out to you on the DMs recently.
She's been sliding in.
I've been sliding in those DMs. Which is unusual, because most of the time I'm too terrified to talk to anybody. But I got a good vibe from you.
You're like, this guy, he's not impressive. Talk to him. I can talk to this unimpressive specimen. Look, okay, I...
Talk shit about you again and I'll beat you up.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
All right, you're not allowed to leave the country. You're on lockdown, so good luck.
I will find you. Come to TwitchCon, we'll fight.
Actually, that was something I want to bring up. Wouldn't it be cool if like the Wild RP community got together at TwitchCon next year?
Okay, legit. I am 100% on board with a Wild RP meetup.
I think we should try. Yeah, like, can we rent a hotel together? Like just the whole Wild RP crew?
I would legitimately, I would save up just to hire a venue so that all of Wild RP
this is the Wild RP
hang
venue.
Out together and just fuck
we could have
around.
a Wild RP. We could have little booths, and like viewers could come up and talk to us. Sign little badges for them.
Would we do our character names or just our names?
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably have a lot of them. But
same.
What we should do is we should meet up at TwitchCon. I think that's a good start.
I'm down.
Yeah.
There are so many people. Like, I'm a very anxious human being, but there are so many fucking people who I would. Are you
really? Are you gonna go? Are you gonna go?
That's literally my goal of the new year, is to go to TwitchCon.
Go to TwitchCon?
Because I wanted to go in 2019,
Yeah.
And I saved up, but then I had a whole bunch of life shit happen, so I couldn't go.
You're like saying exactly what I was gonna say. That's exactly what happened to me. I was like, I want to go to TwitchCon in 2019, and then I couldn't because of money. And then 2020, there wasn't one. So 2021, let's go.
2021, you want to cheers to it?
2022, because 2021, it was. Was there one this year? Chat, was there a TwitchCon this year? But it was like all virtual.
No, there wasn't.
Was there a virtual TwitchCon? I don't remember. There wasn't one. Okay, so they had 2 years of no TwitchCon. So 2022. All right, yeah, I'll cheers.
2022. You down? You want to cheers to it? You want to make the pact right now?
That means that we have to go. There's 76
literally,
people watching.
that's my goal of New Year's, is to go to TwitchCon, because I'm so desperate to go.
We're going.
Not only just to go meet the Wild RP community, but so many people just in the Twitch community.
I don't know what the flight time is for you, but it's probably like 2 hours for me, so it's a little bit more
for me,
of a
it's
commitment.
like an 18-hour flight, so
it's a little bit more of a commitment, but yeah. All right, cheers.
Cheers to it.
Yes, cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
What? Why are you?
I bet the water split up and then got me in the eye.
Oh,
so that's
perfect.
Good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hey, at least you didn't pee on like 15 strangers. Always gonna be a great one-liner with you.
Yeah, definitely not. But yeah, my goal is to go next year.
Me too. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. Rain or shine, diseases or no diseases. I think I'm going.
Yeah, that's my goal too. I really want to fucking go. So, fingers crossed. I'm saving up. That's my goal of the year.
Yeah, I should be able to go. As long as everyone wears yellow, y'all won't notice. He's talking about the pee. Dirk, come on. That's not true, because it's...
Do me dirty like that. That is so rude.
Wow. Cosplay as your characters, Lacey says.
Literally, all I'd have to do was wear a yellow shirt and dye my hair red.
Yeah,
that's it.
You could really easily cosplay. I would have a harder time being McGregor, I think. I don't know.
Maybe I'd have to learn how to fist fight.
You would. Orca says Otis. I'd have to shave my beard, and I'm not going to do that. So.
McGregor.
Yeah, McGregor. I'd have to be McGregor.
McGregor. Georgie and McGregor still need to have that.
I know
beer.
they do. Actually, like, I think, did I DM you about this? I was like, I really think that. So with every single character I have, pretty much, there's a history. And what I do with my characters is, because I feel like it's more real, I don't share their history with people. Who fucking, like, I just feel like people aren't just like, hello, sir, it's a pleasure to meet you. When I was 18, my mother died from smallpox, and I was forced to work in the salt mines to make money for my children siblings. Like, people don't do that,
no,
right?
I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean.
So I don't really tell people the history of my characters unless I really get to know them, and I feel like we had a connection. And I'm not going to tell you much, but the connection was deeper for McGregor than you might have realized.
No, I kind of figured that out when he was being super sympathetic and was like, you're going to feel XYZ for a certain amount of time. That to me registered as he's been here before.
Yeah, so there's like, and I actually explained this to chat already. I said, I made some stupid analogy, but basically I was like, you know how when you meet someone who's going through something that you've already been through, and like you feel like you want to help them,
Yeah.
Like, that's what McGregor feels for Georgie. So, like, he's going to reach out to her more and more.
Yeah. I definitely feel like the two of them could become, like, really good friends.
For sure. And
For sure.
Georgie and Trip will eventually become lovers because he's going to hit on everyone until somebody says yes.
Why does it have to be Georgie, man? Georgie is a huge fucking mess. TM.
She is a huge mess. You think Trip's...
Yeah. She is truly a mess of a human being, man. Just in general.
Trip's any better? But yeah, it was I had a lot of fun playing him. I thought that he was gonna be a throwaway character. Actually,
right.
I thought I was gonna perma him.
No, I loved him. It was so much fun. I was standing outside on Georgie when I think Roscoe beat the shit out of him after like a whole like second fist fight broke out.
Okay, he choked him out. All right, was that really beating the shit out of him, or did he just choke him?
Not really beating the shit out of somebody.
Yeah, and then he choked me from behind the second time when I was fighting someone else. Fucking righty.
That sounds
Anyways.
like
The gamer in me is upset.
Georgie kept trying to fight him. She's like, I just want to fight somebody at this thing. I've watched everybody else fight, and it's igniting the fire within me. I want to fight somebody.
Did you
now.
end up
Can we
fighting
please take
somebody?
that? No, I had to go because I had to go. Obviously, OOC because I had to go deal with
for
my
your
mum's thing.
Your
My
mum's?
mum's thing. No, my mom. My mom.
Your mum. Yeah.
And my mum.
I have Australian relatives, so I learned about mum at a very young age.
I remember. You want to hear something weird?
Yeah, I do want to.
I remember watching Even Stevens on Nickelodeon when I was younger.
Yeah.
And the mum in Even Stevens in the beginning credits was always written down as mom. Never got her name, but M-O-M.
Okay.
And I remember being really young and watching that, and I remember I turned to my mum one day and I was like, they spelled mum wrong. My mum was like,
really
that's how
funny.
they say it in America. And I was like, why?
Can you say America again?
America.
No, say it with your accent. You just said it. It's like America or something.
America. My accent,
there's a cur at the end. America. But
America.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I've noticed that if I spend time with
Your
my family,
yeah, it comes out.
or
more.
with friends,
Yeah.
and then I jump on, my accent is so bad.
Well, it doesn't. Where's Georgie from?
Well, Georgie is from Auckland as well.
Oh, okay, perfect. And that
Yeah.
makes total sense.
Yeah.
So
Well, I was talking with Trenchmouth
Mm-hmm.
a little while ago because I wanted to make either two new characters, but I wasn't sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I ended up making one of them called Tui, who's like a Kiwi bro. But the other character I wanted to make was
Kiwi
like
bro.
high class New Zealand Kiwi accent, which is
that sound
so
different?
specific and very strange sounding.
Okay.
Do you want me to do a demonstration? I don't know if I'm going to be able to
Absolutely.
do it while I'm inebriated, but I can try.
I think you could. I think you can if you set your heart to it. Does that make sense?
Yes, well, the Kiwi accent, that's really, like, very specific to New Zealand accents, especially if you're from higher class New Zealand. It's definitely kind of in the lower register like this, where it's a lot of teeth. It kind of sounds a bit like this, where you'd be like, I don't really want to
Definitely
take
a lot
Joey
of
to my
teeth
soccer
there.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I don't really want to take Joey to my soccer game, but at the same time, you know, I saw, you know, Belinda over there. She was just talking a whole bunch of shit about my son Jeremiah, and I was really not having it.
That's
which is
hilarious. Is this going to be a man
Melody
or a
got
woman?
it right, which is very Flight of the Conchords-ish.
Is this going to be a masculine character or a feminine character?
I was gonna make that a feminine character, but I already made Tui, who is like a Kiwi bro kind of character.
What's a Kiwi bro?
Like, have you ever seen Ragnarok? Thor Ragnarok?
That's one of my favorite MCU movies.
Okay, you know Korg?
The rock guy, who's like the best character.
Yeah, Korg.
That's a Kiwi bro.
That.
Please make that character.
I already have. He exists.
He exists. Can I be best friends with him?
And he's already interacted with a few people.
Can I be best friends with him in real life? Is that possible?
Well, his name's Tui. He exists. I brought him out once or twice.
All right.
I've actually put a couple of my main characters to the side so that I can do this. What's that?
Let's hear some Tui.
Tui?
Yeah, I want to hear it, please.
Oh, yeah, bro. I decided that we were gonna go to, we actually ran into, I don't know if you've ever run into Tesara 22's character, Miss Mauritania, but we went to her general store in Rhodes. We went and spent some time with her. It was real good. She asked us if we could, decide if we wanted to help her out with naming her candy business. But we were like, oh, I don't know. I mean, we probably could, but we don't really know.
It's Korg.
It's Korg.
I love that. I fucking love Korg. He's so good. And I'm going to love Tui.
You want to start a revolution?
Yeah. Hey, man.
Fucking ghosts.
Yeah, that was a good line. That's like that movie is... It redeemed the Thor series in my eyes. Like the first two movies, they were like taking themselves a little too seriously. And that one, they were just like, fuck it, let's just be funny. It was great.
Well, Taika Waititi, who's a Kiwi director, who also played Korg.
Yes, he was the director for that film, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a great job.
Yeah, it said that the inspiration was like a bouncer in town, which is very accurate.
Yeah, I
bet. Which is great. Well, like a security guard or like a bouncer for like clubs and stuff in town. Yeah. But he's fantastic, just in general. And he's done a lot. I actually showed Trenchmouth the other night a movie which is very popular here called Boy, which was one of Taika Waititi's New Zealand like big film that kind of got him a lot of notoriety in the beginning, which has a lot of accents like Korg in it. A fucking great film, just in general. And if you don't know a lot of his work, I would recommend watching some of his older work. I don't think I know
any of his work.
Well, he did Eagle versus Shark, which is Is
that like Shark Tornado?
No.
Okay.
Which is another really great Kiwi film.
Okay.
Boy is also really good. Hunt for the Wilder People is also really good. Just a lot of like
I don't watch enough movies.
I'm the same.
I watch TV shows.
Same. But the amount of times where people have been like, you haven't seen XYZ, it's a fucking staple. And I'm like, I don't know.
I've seen more classic films, but like films that have come out over the past like 10 or 15 years, I haven't seen a whole lot of.
Neither have I. I'm not a big movie buff. My brother is.
Yeah.
He definitely is. But same with my dad, actually. But they're both like big, intense. Well, especially my dad. My dad's a really big actor in New Zealand. And my brother is.
Your dad's an actor too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is that why you got into it?
He definitely pushed me in the direction and was like, you have a lot of potential. You should definitely try. So I did like drama and stuff. And thank you.
Yeah, you're very talented.
Oh, thanks.
Right, chat? She is.
Oh, no, don't. We're not making this about me. But my father definitely entered into the acting scene when I was young. So I went and saw a lot of plays and spent a lot of time around a lot of actors in New Zealand when I was younger. My brother has recently started entering into the business and he loves it and he's completely all about it.
It seems like I'm sorry to interrupt you, but it seems like in New Zealand, because it's such a smaller population than we have over here, and you guys are kind of isolated, it's probably like the acting community, the film community is probably a little more tight knit, maybe. Is that right or no?
Yeah, no, I'd agree with you. It definitely is because it's such a small country. There's a lot of, it can be quite cliquey, which is the only thing that I think is a bit negative about the acting or the arts, performing arts community here. Is that it's like once you get in, that's it, you're in. But getting in initially really hard, is fucking hard.
Yeah.
Definitely. But it's definitely like once you're in, it's great. But it's just the initial breaking through that's really, really, really difficult. That's the only thing I would say about the acting community as a whole here. Because it's like once you sort of break in, then you definitely get assigned a lot of the roles. But trying to get somebody to take a risk on you,
on someone that they don't know,
initially is really difficult.
And
especially with the job that I did, the soap opera that I acted on for XYZ, they call it the show's name, which I won't say, show's name's death for a while, because for 2 years afterwards you won't get any work because you will be instantly associated with the work that you did on that show, and that's all you'll be known for. Which sucks. But once you break through that, it's fine. But yeah, I don't even remember what the initial conversation was. What were we talking about?
I have no idea. We were talking about how great you are, I think. Chat's
well, we don't need to talk about that.
Chat's like, B's great. Yeah, B is great. Hands down, she's the best. And there's a bunch of B blushes in there too, which there's that. What is that?
B blushes, which, because I used to do this all the time, which I still do.
Still do. And I can see like the redness around your fingers right now on your face.
I definitely am very embarrassing.
Oh, there it is. That's the blush.
Perfect. Yeah, that's me.
I have your emotes, right? Someone give me a sub to you yet, or what's going on here?
I think you did in a recent thing, because I was like, oh my god, Orchestra's here. Hi, love you. Or at least maybe you followed, one or the other.
I highly doubt you said those words. You were probably like, oh, it's that guy.
I really did. I can go back through my VOD and I'll find it.
You will not.
I will. Do you want to fucking bet?
Wow, whoa. Throwing up like gang signs. I don't see it.
I've been watching a lot of Friends lately, so this.
Yeah, no, I knew. I got the reference. I have seen every episode, probably like.
I'm nearly there.
I've seen every episode. I want to say like 6 or 7 times.
Yeah, I'm up to episode 6 on Netflix.
When I was
episode 6, season 6.
Season 6. Okay. When I was younger, I bought I worked at GameStop, and we at the time we would sell used DVDs, and I bought someone sold us every DVD for the show, all 10 seasons, and I bought them all. And shortly after that, I went through a very dark time in my life, and I would watch Friends. It would just be on all the time. I don't know why. It was like a comfort thing. Like I wouldn't even always be watching it, but it was just there, like on my little shitty TV.
I literally completely whole chest say this, get it.
Yeah.
Because I've been going through, like, especially recently, just like a very emotionally turbulent time in my life. And watching Friends has just made me feel so much better.
It's one of those shows. You know what's another good show for that? I don't know if you've ever seen it, but have you ever watched The Last Airbender, the cartoon?
Okay, I watched about halfway through the first season, and then I never completed it, but it's definitely something that on my radar in terms of something that I need to watch, especially the second season, which was the Legend of Korra.
Yeah. Oh, you mean the second show, Legend of Korra? That's like a whole nother
show.
Yeah. But the But the first one, like, I feel like that show, kind of like Friends, is like, it's one of those shows that you can watch and it's like, it's light enough that it doesn't bring up any negative feelings. You know what I mean?
Completely understand.
And
Actually, that's a question that I should ask you. What was the first like television show that you got like into in a big way?
first television show that I got into in a big way, probably like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when I was a child.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
My brother was really big into TMNT.
TMNT. Yeah. I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure that was the first. I mean, I also watched the movies a lot. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies a lot. Who was the best turtle? When I was a kid, I thought it was. I actually went through phases. I never liked Raph. I never liked Raph the most. Everybody likes Raph the most. I never went there.
Interesting. Everybody likes Raph. You're true.
I liked Michelangelo. That was my first love. And then we moved on to Leonardo. And I liked him the most for a long, long time. And then I think as an adult now, I actually appreciate Donatello the most.
Donatello is pretty fucking smart.
Yeah, because he fucking invents all the shit that they use to win all the fights.
He's fucking rad as hell, dude.
Yeah, he is. He's so good. And really, like Michelangelo's a goofball and he's lovable. So you kind of love him, but he's almost useless. And then you've got sword guy Leonardo. He's not really even the leader. Nobody listens to him. So Donatello's the best.
I think the first show ever that I got into in a big way was probably Kim Possible.
Kim Possible. Okay.
I fucking loved Kim Possible.
Yeah.
And the second show, weirdly, what a fucking massive leap from one show to another. The other show that I got into in a big way was True Blood.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I liked True Blood too. I watched that whole thing.
Yeah, True Blood. I remember.
How old were you when you were getting into that?
I was like 16.
Okay, that's fine. I thought because you said Kim
Even though it's
Possible, I was
R18,
thinking like 10, and then
no. Actually, when I remember when I watched it the first time, I was watching it with my sister and my mum.
And you were like, "Oh my god, boobs! There's boobs everywhere."
Boobs.
That show.
Ass.
Yeah,
titties.
and butts. There were a lot of butts. Were there wieners? I don't think so.
There was the odd wiener. Not very often.
Yeah, the odd wiener.
The odd wiener. But
that's a phrase.
I remember when I was 17, I went to a store called JB Hi-Fi, which is like a tech store, if you can really call it that, I guess.
Okay.
They sold like TVs and computer parts and all kinds of stuff. But they sold like games for like PlayStation and Xbox and PC and all kinds of stuff. But I remember I went because they had like an entire like Blu-ray section. And
a Blu-ray section, yeah.
Blu-ray!
Yeah, those are big.
And I remember I wanted for my mum's, would have been like her 50th birthday. She was obsessed with True Blood. So I went to the JB Hi-Fi and I went and bought Blu-ray edition of the first season of True Blood.
Nice.
And I remember being terrified because I was only 17 and it was an R18.
Oh, you weren't allowed to buy it.
Blu-ray. I wasn't allowed to buy it.
But you did.
But I did. And I remember I was standing at the counter
waiting to be ID'd and they just never did.
What a fucking rebel, am I right? Buying True Blood for my mum's 50th birthday.
Yeah.
And I remember I went to the counter and I was like, because I was terrified they were going to find out that I wasn't 18. And they were like, oh yeah, sure. Like, they're like, oh, do you like True Blood? And I was like, yeah. And thankfully I had a whole bunch of knowledge on the first season. And so they were like, okay, great. And they handed it over to me and they're like, hope you enjoy it. And I was like, yeah, sweet. That was one of the most
That's good. I like that.
I got away with it type beat.
I was a much worse teenager than you. I've just discovered, but we won't talk about that.
Please talk about it with me at some point.
Okay,
but
yeah. I don't want to encourage all the
goody
kids
two-shoes.
on Twitch to do what I did, because if I had gotten caught, it would have really fucked things up for me.
Well, I was definitely very much like a good kid. I mean, I didn't do anything. I remember one time I snuck out of my house because my parents were like, I really wanted to go to this party because there was a boy there who I really liked, and I was like, I really want to go and see him. He loves
Exactly
me.
why you sneak out, of course.
And I was like, I'm gonna fuck it. My parents were like, you can't go out. It's too late. You're not allowed to do that. And I was like, fuck you guys. So
That's how you sounded when you were a teenager? Like you were just wasted all the time? Fuck you guys. Just do whatever I want.
You guys. You don't know me. Sounded like fucking Tina from Bob's Burgers. But
Nice. I love that show. I've watched that entire series too.
So good.
Yeah.
But I remember I was really young and I was actually in this bedroom, weirdly enough. But I was
Is there a window you can pop out of or something?
There actually is, right here.
Yeah, and you just crawled right out.
Yeah. So because this door right here in this direction is super loud. And I remember I was saying to my sister, I was like, we should have because we shared I slept upstairs at the time. She slept down here. But in a room through there, which you can't really see, but behind the like makeup desk, there's a door.
Okay.
And she slept in there. And I was like, we should have a sleepover in this spare bedroom downstairs. Which is here.
And then was she in on you leaving or what?
So as I got up and left, because I took my pajamas off
what are you doing?
the top of my, my clothes that I was going to wear to this party. It's the only time I've ever fucking snuck out. Not true. I snuck out once again. But this was like
you're
the big
lying
one for
already.
me.
Your story's changing. If I was the deputy right now, I'd be like, I don't trust a fucking word she's saying. This is like Adelaide talking to me.
But we were sleeping in a bed against this door over here. And I remember she was like, I got up and I was like tiptoeing, to the window over here. And she heard me. She was like, are you fucking leaving? And I was like, no, it's gonna get some fresh air. I'm boiling.
Through the window.
I can't deal with it. I'm so hot. And my sister was like, you're a fucking stupid bitch. Like,
you're leaving out the window.
Yeah, literally, like my fucking foot is like extended out the fucking window. And she's like, if you're gonna go, can you just text me and let me know that you're okay?
Oh, is this your older sister?
Yeah, older sister. And I was like, yeah, okay. So I snuck out and I remember I was on my bicycle and I was right to a place that wasn't even that far from my house. But I remember I was on the bicycle and I was like sobbing the whole way there.
Why were you crying?
Because I was like, my parents are going to find out I'm such a bad child. They're going to fucking hate me. They're going to think that I'm a terrible person.
I snuck out like so many times.
Yeah, the guilt was getting to me so bad. I was like ugly crying and I was like, they're never going to forgive me for this. They're going to hate me for the rest of my life. I can't believe I'm doing this. My parents are such good people and I can't believe I'm doing this to them. Like I'm such a terrible human being. And I did it because I was just really angry because I wanted to go see this boy. This is so stupid.
And you
I
rode
got
back?
to the party.
No, you went there. Okay.
I got to the party. I was there for about 10 minutes.
Mhm.
And then I was like, I should go back. I should go back. And I remember I was like
See the boy?
crying again the whole way back. And I broke back into my window.
Mhm.
And then got back into bed with my sister. My sister was like, so how was it? And I was like crying. I was like, it was really good, thanks. And then went to sleep next to her. But I can't. The next time that I snuck out, and the only other time that I can recall sneaking out, was my nana, who's a little bit more strict than my parents, was upstairs. I was a teenager. I was like fucking 19. And she was like, you can't go out. It's late. It's a weeknight. Don't go out. But I wanted to get up and leave my window and go with my best friend so I could go to the midnight release of GTA 5.
Midnight release of a computer game.
Yeah. So I got up.
Do you remember
so
when
I
you called
got-
me a nerd earlier? I just want to remind everybody that she called me a nerd earlier because I mentioned Star Trek.
I literally said that I was a nerd later on. Okay,
You did,
I
but hold
confess
on.
to my sins.
She snuck out, risked the wrath of Nana to go to the midnight release of GTA 5.
I did. And so I snuck out. I climbed down the tree at my old bedroom, which is upstairs. I snuck down the tree, and then I got into my best friend's car and I went to the midnight release so I could go get the PS4 version of GTA 5. And then
You played the
climb
shit out
back
of
in
it.
my window. Climb back in my window.
Okay.
And then went to sleep and then played it the next day.
Yeah, that's what I would have done too, because I would have been way too tired. Gotta get up early in high school, and you need a lot of sleep when you're a teenager.
True.
Yeah, I think
be
I
fair,
did
though-
that. I did that for some World of Warcraft releases and for Halo 2. That was it.
I never played Halo.
I stopped after that one. The first one was really good. Second one, the story was okay, but I didn't really care for the multiplayer. Anyways.
You know what game I used to play?
What?
You know what game I used to play that I was obsessed with my sister?
Mm-hmm.
Shrek 2 on PS2.
That was the game? They made a game of that? There was this Shrek 2. Hold on. Shrek on what? PS2?
It's unironic too. I
What?
think it was on PS2 or PS3, one or the other. But I used to play that with my sister.
2.
And she and I used to unironically fight over which characters we were gonna play. Like she was always Puss in Boots and I was always Donkey, but handsome Donkey when he takes the fucking potion.
Handsome donkey. Okay, hold on. Gameplay. Or trailer. Is there a trailer for it? Let's watch the trailer.
Should watch the trailer for it. It's good.
Rated E for
It's
everyone.
gonna cover your face up.
Yeah, that's fine. I also used to play Little Red
Oh my God,
Riding
it's
Hood.
so loud. Here, wait, hold on. I want to see your reaction at the same time. Oh my God, I made you huge.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
All right.
Oh my god, I'm watching this with you. This is gonna bring me back such bizarre nostalgic memories.
Okay. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
In a magical fairy tale land, there was a brave hero who was strong, dashing, and handsome.
Hold on, why is this 240p? 240p is the highest quality for this video. Okay.
Well, strong. Shrek's back. And This time he's cleaning
Look at
swamp.
these sick graphics.
Shrek, and 9 of his friends, including
Donkeys.
Oh my god!
Boots,
Puss in Boots.
Big Bad Wolf, Princess Fiona, and more.
Fiona time.
As they take on
Yeah, there was the gingerbread man you could play, Red Riding Hood.
Yeah. And
Red Riding Hood threw apples.
nice. And how like on a scale from 1 to 10, how much would you recommend this game for people that are watching right now?
For the pure nostalgia.
Who
and
else
joy I
then
felt-
says, I've played this game at least 5 to 6 times with my younger sister and brother. Fiona's spin attack was really good. 10 out of 10. I've
Okay,
never
can I
even heard
ask
of
them this? Do you remember the level when you would actually make it to far, far away, and you would have to like go around and like punch a whole? Oh my god, this is unlocking so many fucking like nostalgia memories for me. Where you would have to like go around and like explore the actual far, far away town. Oh my god, I remember like the cobbled streets so fucking much. I remember that my sister would make me play because at the time I think you played as like Handsome Donkey and Handsome Shrek, and the two of them were like riding, where like Handsome Shrek was riding Handsome Donkey, and you would like ride around together. This is bringing back so many memories.
fairy tale worlds never seen before.
Okay, do you have
His pals return.
oh that fucking dragon
2.
level used to fuck me up, and I used to get my sister to play it for me because I fucking hated it.
2004. That's the year I graduated high school. I would have
Yeah.
been able to smash that game.
Fairy Godmother's Lab was really hard. Yes, it was. But
Donkey.
do you have like a specific game with like specific music that you remember and it just unlocks so much nostalgia for you? Because for me, that's Diddy Kong Racing on Nintendo 64.
I think the first game that I played a lot outside when I was younger as a kid. I don't think I really got into gaming. I mean, I played a little bit. We played like some Nintendo and stuff when I was a little kid. But I didn't really get into it until my Final Fantasy VII. I would play alone, but my friends in 5th grade, I didn't have an N64, but my friends in the rich neighborhood did. And we would go over there and we would play Mario Kart for about 6 months, Mario Kart 64, and then GoldenEye came out.
Hold on,
we started
wait,
playing
which character
GoldenEye.
did you play in Mario Kart? This is
I
imperative.
played I think I played Toad a lot.
My
played
man.
Toad. Yeah. Did
Between
you play
high-fiving
Toad?
you.
You
I
play
was Toad.
Yeah.
I was almost always Toad, or I was Yoshi.
Yeah, see, I couldn't play Yoshi because the person who owned the N64 was always Yoshi.
My
So I played
sister was always
Toad.
Yoshi, but if it wasn't her playing, I was always Toad or I was always Yoshi.
Yeah. Yeah, same. That's so funny. And then, yeah, I started playing GoldenEye after that. But honestly, I put so many hours into World of Warcraft. It's kind of disgusting. So that's where a lot of my nostalgia is.
Interesting. I played World of Warcraft, the vanilla version, when it came back out.
Oh, yeah, you play Classic? Okay.
Yeah, I played Classic. And I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But I stopped playing it because a whole bunch of my friends stopped playing it.
That's
So
what always happens.
Yeah, so I just kind of lost interest in it. But I enjoyed it when I played it.
Yeah.
I haven't touched it in a really long time. I do see, though, that you have the Horde symbol behind you.
Yeah, someone made that for me. This is actually wood. Yeah.
That's rad. Is the Ravenclaw one wood
This
too?
is also wood. This is so all the shading on this is actually like little tiny burn holes that she burned in.
That's so fucking
Sneezer.
cool.
Yeah, Sneezer did that for me. She's very most definitely asleep right now because it's 4:20 in the morning, and she
Jesus, that's so cool.
yeah. Yeah. Like the word Ravenclaw here.
I'm probably gonna get made fun of for this, but I'm a Hufflepuff.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with Hufflepuff, okay? Now, if you're a Slytherin in chat, then you can get the fuck out, okay? Because you're the bad guys.
I remember when I was younger, my dad... Okay, fun fact about me.
Mm-hmm.
My sister is the biggest Harry Potter nerd that you will ever find.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. And I remember when I was younger, my dad would read the books to us. And we would be, especially my sister when she was younger, would be the person who would like wait in line to get the newest book when it came out. And
I did that once. Yeah.
Yeah. But because I am such a sleep gremlin and I love sleeping, my dad would start reading and I'd be like, yeah. Like completely
so you missed out on all
unconscious.
of it?
I missed out on all of it.
Yeah.
And so we go see the movies, and I remember I'd sit there and I'd be like, I have no idea what's happening.
Yeah.
And my sister would be like, don't you remember Dad read us this bit and blah 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 blah, and I'd be like, I have no idea what the fuck is happening. But as I got older, I reread, I think, the first 2 books. I never finished the other books.
You should. They're better than the movies.
I've heard.
Yeah.
But I will probably have to actually go back and reread them all. But my sister's got all the books now, and she lives really far away from me now.
Get the audiobooks. The guy who does it are really, really good. He's really
interesting.
Yeah, he's very good.
Yeah. But actually, the guy who I dated recently was like a big Potter guy, and he was a Ravenclaw. And he had like a Ravenclaw scarf and a Ravenclaw like beanie.
I have both of those.
And I took the test,
I have
and
socks
I was
too.
like, hell yeah, he had the socks too.
Yeah.
And I took the test and I found out that I was a Hufflepuff, which apparently gets made fun of a lot.
So a lot of people say that, well, like in the book it says the Sorting Hat, which you can't see, but I actually have it right above me.
Do you actually? Can I see it?
Yeah. I think I have a wider camera angle somewhere.
That is so fucking awesome.
You can kind of see it now. Can you see it? Like the straps hanging down back there?
Oh, I do.
Yeah, that's the Sorting Hat. I got that
Oh
for
my God,
Christmas.
that's hilarious.
And I'm
That's
actually
so
wearing a
cool.
Ravenclaw shirt right now too.
Oh, I see that.
Yeah, I'm a huge fucking nerd.
Same.
Yeah. So
I have a Yoshi backpack for crying out loud.
so cool.
Do you want to see it?
Yes, I do. Please.
Okay, hold on. I also have a Totoro backpack as well. Hold on.
God, what a nerd. I know, right? I love Star Wars too. I have a lot of Star Wars stuff. Well, heavy.
Okay, so I have my Yoshi backpack.
That's a backpack? That's a backpack?
Yeah, it's a backpack, see? And you can unzip. Hold on. You can unzip
How much can you
his
fit in there?
little saddle. You can actually fit a surprising amount of stuff in
there.
here.
You can stuff Yoshi full.
But this is my Yoshi backpack, and I fucking love it, and I've had it for the longest time. Me and my sister are both obsessed with Yoshi.
Yeah.
She has like a
I like the way you
bunch...
say Yoshi.
Yoshi?
Yoshi?
But she and I have like a whole bunch of like Yoshi themed things. She and her husband have like a whole bunch of Yoshi themed things in their house, and I've bought them a whole bunch of Yoshi themed things too. And then I have a Totoro backpack too.
Oh my God, I have to tell you something. And I don't know how you're going to feel about this. So,
you don't like
do you know I work
Studio
with
Ghibli films?
No, I love Studio Ghibli films. Do you know that I work with children and I have for like 8 years now?
I worked with children recently. I started up a job not that long ago working with kids, teaching them about drama and performance.
Oh, that's really cool. My job wasn't that cool, but there was a little girl who was about like 9, and she had that backpack and she wore it to school every day. Wasn't sure how you were gonna take that, but yeah.
I know. I'm completely on board. I'm a person who embraces their inner child.
Yeah.
And I fucking love
She was one of my favorite kids. I really liked working with her. She was super cool. She's one of the ones I'm gonna miss.
Yeah, there's always the kids that you miss. I worked with a bunch of kids recently, but unfortunately, because of COVID, can't do that anymore, which sucks. But there was
That's weird how your country actually has like restrictions. Mine doesn't. We're just like fucking whatever.
We didn't for the longest time, but then unfortunately we had a resurgence of the Delta variant, which means that we have to
we had that too. We just didn't care.
Well, it's a big deal here.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really want to get into it because there's gonna be people that have different opinions in chat.
Yeah.
So we can just gloss over that,
but there was a girl who I worked with who was one of my favorites, and her name was Georgie.
Really?
Yeah. And I had it in my.
Do you have red hair?
No.
Okay. Thought this might be inspiration.
No, she was one of my favorite students, and she used to draw me a whole bunch of pictures, and I actually have a bunch of them up on my wall. But she was amazing. She was a sweetheart. And I was like, your name's Georgie? Which
I have a character on a nerdy roleplay server named Georgie.
I won't go into why I am so attached to that name, but I adore you. But she just turned out to be one of my favorite students anyway. She was just such a sweetheart and a honey. I completely loved her. She was so sweet.
Okay, well, I think I have to stop streaming now because it's 4:30 in the morning, and I have a charity stream to do with Stonefly Kai tomorrow. So
yes, so do I.
You are going to be there as well. I don't know when.
Yes, I'm going to be there for probably Crab Game and a bunch of other things.
I think I'll be there for that too. So
yeah.
I'm guessing Crab Game is like Squid Game.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing. It's fun. You'll enjoy it.
So I'm going to have to murder you then, essentially. Is that how it works?
I mean, you can try.
Okay. All right. Wow, confident. All right. Well, chat, it's been swell. I'm gonna end the stream now. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and Georgie. I mean, sorry, me and Bees. Shit. It was actually really wonderful talking with Bees and getting to know her a little bit better and sharing it all with you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific. But before that, we will be doing a charity stream on Stonefly Kai's channel. It's for Children's Hospital. So a very good cause. So come check that out. We'll both be there. So you can come see both of us. All right. Have a good night, guys.